Hey, here we go. Oh, we should probably zoom in a little bit. Oh, let me just... there we go. Oh, that's a bit too zoomed in now. Hold up. There we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome to BuddyGames. My name is Nico, and if you are watching for the first time, we're normally a team of 3, where we would have me, Rosie, and Liam playing any game, was it from PS1 all the way to PS5, and today is a special stream because this stream is brought to you by SquareEnix. Thanks so much, SquareEnix, for providing us with the game key for... oh my goodness. Yeah. For an amazing game that I'm very excited to talk about. Zarek, thank you so much for the sub. I'll add your name to the Book of Eternity. But yes, I'm very excited to talk about a franchise that we have played on the channel before in a spin-off form, but not played in the, what is it? In the, excuse me, sorry. I just walked into this stream. But we have not played in its main installment form, and this is super exciting because this game is huge, by the way. And the reason why this game is so big, and you probably think, well, if it's so big, why haven't I heard anything of it? Like, you know, Final Fantasy VII is big. I can see that. I've heard tons of stuff about that, but why are you talking so high about Dragon Quest III? Well, that is because here in the West, Final Fantasy is a huge franchise, and Dragon Quest is kind of like this franchise that is also still very impressive, but not on the same level as Final Fantasy is. But in Japan, it's kind of like the opposite, other way around, because there's a huge history to Dragon Quest that is so interesting, because Dragon Quest, like, I'll quickly summarize it, because they're obviously remaking Dragon Quest 1 and 2 as well, so we'll talk about it more over there when that game comes out. But Dragon Quest is one of those franchises that, invented so many things that we now take for granted when we look at Final Fantasy, when we look at RPGs today. Even like literally the term RPG is co-responsible for for the existence of Dragon Quest. There wasn't really a term like RPG for a game back then. Not only that, but the convenient menu management of, like, you know, attacking, defense, going into items and stuff. That was new. That was invented by Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest also popularized the sword and sorcery thematics in games as well. Dragon Quest is basically huge for so many things that we always thought that Final Fantasy did first, but actually Dragon Quest was one of the first ones to do it on a massive scale, because Dragon Quest was one of those franchises on the Famicom back in the day that was able to... to simplify and bring things together for tons and tons of people, and that, as a result, basically caused lots of people to get fond of this. Now, why Dragon Quest 3 in particular? Because over the time, obviously, Dragon Quest got more popular, and Dragon Quest 3 was a game where a lot of people jumped on top on back in the day. And what's so interesting about that one is... it's got tons of upgrades over the original, and even for its time, it was quite revolutionary, because this is 1988, by the way, buddies. This is before Super Mario World. This is before Final Fantasy IV. This is before all those big games that came out on Super... before Donkey Kong Country, right? Like, no 3D was out there either. Like, this game was so ahead of its time, what we expect for games today, that is beloved by so many people in Japan, and because of that when this game got announced in Japan, I was like, oh my god, this is going to be huge. But the thing about it came out before Dragon Quest IV, indeed. Lee, well said. But what makes this one also particularly interesting is so with Dragon Quest, we haven't seen as much love for Dragon Quest on PlayStation as we've seen on other platforms. I'm not entirely sure what the reason for it is. I'm pretty sure people have covered that one online, so I'm not going to pretend I know on this stream. But we know that Dragon Quest is just not really as favorable on PlayStation as it is on other platforms, over the years. And basically, it was more on Nintendo. So for us here on BuddyGames, it's very important, because I want to see all games succeed on many platforms, that we're going to be covering the PlayStation 5 version. Because yes, I love to see IPs branch out onto other consoles as well, and Dragon Quest is one of them. So if you do want to get any RPG this time of the year, I would 100% recommend Dragon Quest 3 over that one, for that one in particular. But yes, Dragon Quest 3 is what we're going to be playing for tonight as the bonus stream. I hope you're excited for that one. I'm going to quickly say hello to everyone in chat. We've got Mr. James Ether and Zarek over here in the chat. Welcome in. We got Kiraya 1987. We've got Andy Sloan. Fernando is here as well. We have Ghostboy Brandon. Diddly-doo. Solifis is here as well. Welcome on in. We have obviously Mr. James Ether. Carlo Blanco is here as well. Welcome on in. Who else do we have? Teddington is here as well. Girl on Fire is here. We also have Slayer James 82 is here as well. What a cool name to say out loud. Thank you for that. Who else do we have? Let's see. I see Dr. Octofish, which for some reason Liam really struggles to say out loud. I'm not quite sure why. I think he goes for Dructofish. A7X Scott is here as well. Welcome on in. Who else? I see Kiddings is here as well. Marin, welcome on in. Marin is here. Welcome. Insomnia Aaron is here as well. Welcome on in. Yeah, and that is everyone, I think, over here. Yeah, how is everyone's Friday coming along for you all? It's also worth noting, actually, this is not the first time Dragon Quest got a remake, because, buddies, believe it or not, Dragon Quest had a remake on the Super Nintendo in Japan, which is this gorgeous copy over here. Like, just look at it. We got Akira Toriyama's art over here as well, which looks super nice. I'm so fond of this copy in particular. Like, it's just also just so cool to see in the flesh. But yes, this was a Christmas gift for Rosie, in case people are wondering how we got this one. Yeah, and here, Dragon Quest V, my beloved. I love this game. This game is so good. And, oh no, we covered the slime. Buddies, look at this. Oh, this doesn't work, apparently. Ta-da! We got a slime for tonight. Look at that. This is a huge-ass slime. Look at this. I think he's as big as my head. Hold up. That's how you know how big it is. But, like, look at it. Look at how huge he is. And the slime, like, come on, look at him. He's just so adorable, isn't he? But, yeah, the slime is such an iconic enemy in Dragon Quest franchise. Sometimes he's not actually an enemy at all. He could be your friend, which we'll probably see some about in Dragon Quest 3 as well. But, yes, what is it? The slime design from Akira Toriyama is also a very interesting story, because the thing with the slime for Akira Toriyama was that Yuji Horii, basically the director for Dragon Quest, he sent over a draft of like, okay, this is kind of what I'm looking for, and he just sent like a pile of goop, because when you think about it, like how do you sketch goo, right? You're just gonna make a puddle in the end. It's just going to look like quite messy of a sketch. And then Akira Toriyama showed how much like talent he's got. And that's why he made the slime that we look at today. And it's just such a good design. Like, oh, absolute home run for, your simple first enemy in the game. Super cool. I see Dr. Trentington over here. Says, has anyone been on the Dragon Quest Island in Japan yet? No, I have not yet been there. I've seen bits and pieces of it, and I'm kind of like trying to not look too much into it, because obviously I don't want to get spoiled for that one. But yes, I would love to go there one day with Rosie when we do our trip to Japan, because yeah, we do like our Dragon Quest here. Now, we're quite new to this franchise as well. I have only really played Dragon Quest V and Dragon Quest XI at this point. I've yet to really actually delve into Dragon Quest 3. I know a lot about it, but I don't know what the main core experience of that one is. And Rosie has played Dragon Quest 8 as well. And what is it? I've also heard great stories about it. Rosie has basically played like, I think like 60 hours or something of that point. Doctor over here says, do you see a DS cartridge on the shelf? We got a couple actually on the shelf right now. You can't see them all. Let me just zoom out for you. Look, we got Dragon Quest Builders 2 and Dragon Quest... Ooh, I can't point in mirror mode. Hold up. We got Dragon Quest 1 and 2 over here on Super Famicom. We got Builders 2 over here as well. This is probably like one of my favorite spin-off games ever, by the way. I know some people will be like, it's just Minecraft. What are you on about, sir? But I love this game. Let me just put him back. But I think you're pointing at this one over here. This one is Dragon Quest 9, which we also which Santa Claus also gave lovingly to Rosie, and we got Dragon Quest 6. You might have been pointing at that one as well. Also have not played that one yet. Like I said, I've got a lot of catching up to do, but so many games, so little time, right? That's the difficulty that we find ourselves with. With these franchises? I see Bovinoid saying not as chunky as Chocobos. Yeah, Chocobos. Depends if you look at the chibi designs, right? But the chibi designs that, gosh, who made the chibi designs again of the Chocobos? Because I know that they're still active at SquareEnix at this point. But yeah, I agree, like, the Chocobo designs is wonderful as well. Builders games were such good spin-offs. I wish they put more care and attention into Treasures, because that game had so much potential. Is that the one with Eric in it, Doctor? Is that the one where you play as Eric? Because, yeah, there's some stuff in that one that I can't really go in depth about, because, you know, if you play Dragon Quest 11, you will probably know what I'm trying to refer to, but there's like these moments in it, and I'm like, oh man, this is so rewarding if you've played 11. And I wish they did like more of that stuff in that game. Just go a little bit more in depth about it. But yes, if you are new here on BuddyGames, we also have this thing called the Book of Eternity. Yes, and the Book of Eternity. It's a lovely book over here. And if you're wondering what we do with this book, we basically write your username in this, whether if you either give us subs, bits, donate to us, or gift anything to us for a throne, or rate into our stream. And then your name will be noted down in the Book of Eternity. And the purpose of the Book of Eternity is that then if we get super duper rich and famous, one day this book will be displayed in a pyramid upside down made out of glass, and it's going to look super cool. And your name will basically be immortalized into France 2, which will be our domain where this book will be displayed. So yes, if you want to be part of that, all you have to do is either one of those things. But yeah, what is it? A hot take, 9 is my favorite, partly because it was the game that introduced me to the franchise and immediately fell in love with. I don't know if that's like a hot take necessarily, because again, I have not played, Dragon Quest 9 enough. But yes, as I said, Dragon Quest is one of those franchises that gets a lot of praise from a lot of people, but at the same time, it's not as popular as it could be if you compare it to other franchises in the West. And that is my job for today. I'm going to sell you the Dragon Quest franchise in the hope that maybe at one point you're going to think, you know what, that Nico, he really convinced me on trying this Dragon Quest franchise out, because he kept just pestering out. He kept stalling the entire stream for it. And Nico, it's almost half 8. When are you going to play this blooming game that you keep raving about? In a moment, buddies. I just want to talk for a little bit more. But yes, this game has been in the works for a long time now. It's been, I think, almost 3 or 4 years or something that this was announced. And for a long time, it didn't look like they weren't even sure if it was going to come over to the West. And I'm so grateful that it's actually happening. Zarek says, I don't need more convincing. I wish I was able to play more Dragon Quest 8, but has switched from PS2 to PS3. I mean, there's always time to check that franchise out again. I mean, you can still get it on 3DS at this point, which is also a very valid version of Dragon Quest 8 from what I've understood. And obviously, you know, all of them have their differences and stuff, but obviously the big plus point that you will have is that you can take it on the go with you. But yes, that is a thing that I will say as well. I wish that Dragon Quest, there were more ports of the existing games more easily accessible on platforms like PlayStation, because there's a lot of like amazing games out there you hear so many stories about, but it's just they're so difficult to really get your hands on. But we do know that Dragon Quest 3 is now being remade. It's been remade, and Dragon Quest 1 and 2 will follow after as well. We don't know when that's going to be. I think they said like 2025 is going to be the year where it is, but take that with a grain of salt, because obviously I don't have the full statistics over here. But yes, Dragon Quest 3 will probably be the first one out of many that's going to test out the waters to see like, hey, can we maybe like do more with this franchise or something? Again, these are not Square Enix's words, by the way. Those are my words. But I can't imagine, obviously, if it does really well, then they want to make another one that does really well. So that's all I'm saying, right? That tends to be a thing in this industry that happens. Dragon Quest XI is on a long list of games to play. Zarek, if I have to recommend you one thing about Dragon Quest XI, and I think a lot of people here in the chat will recommend the same, if you want to play a game that has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours into it, the best advice I can give you is just do it. There's never a good time to play a 100-hour game. So the best thing you can do is to dive in and see how far you get, because that's literally what we did with Dragon Quest XI. Rosie and I knew that this was going to be a huge task to beat, but then as soon as we played it and we committed to it, we kind of like, we want to write this one out, and Dragon Quest XI just kept giving back to us the more we played. So it really kind of kept us going. Lee says Nike called, we're being sued. Oh, you're talking about the slogan. I mean, that's quite impressive that they can just like ask a patent on like 3 words. That's quite the theme, isn't it? One sec, buddy. I think I got a call. Was it building up? Got the Dragon Quest Platinum last month, says Fernando. Great game. We had I won't call them out, but we had another buddy who we persuaded into playing Dragon Quest XI, and when they got the Platinum for it, they said the exact same. So, yes. Richie is here as well. Welcome in here, Richie, saying Shia LaBeouf also is going to be suing. Nah, we won't do that, would he? Why would he go after this tiny channel that's just trying their best to promote the love and joy of the Dragon Quest franchise? Why would you try to ruin that? That would be awful. But yeah, what is it? That's kind of like Dragon Quest. I think I'm going to dive into this stream. Hope you're excited for it, buddy. So let's go. Awesome. There we go. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake. I love it says venture forth. And immediately what will stand out to you with Dragon Quest is that it got all the familiar music back again. Played by a full orchestra this time around. Let's see. So for the languages that we can pick, obviously we'll just keep it on English, but you can also change the voices to Japanese if that's your preference. Now, I've got a preference on playing games in the Japanese voices, so I would have done that myself, but I also know there's going to be a lot of buddies here that are going to be listening to this stream. So for you all who are listening and lurking and stuff, I'll keep it on English so you can kind of keep up with it. Yeah, and there's tons of stuff to say about the game being in Japanese, of course, because Yuji Horii, the writer for the director as well as the writer for these games, has put a lot of characteristics and mannerisms in their characters that really represent the areas that the characters find themselves in. It's kind of like how when you have characters in a video game and they're farmers, they would have a farmer accent. It's a bit like that, but they also have like little cultural relevances that we connect with with particular areas or events, like similar to how we associate cinnamon with like autumn and stuff. There's a lot of that stuff in in Dragon Quest. There's also an area in Dragon Quest XI where I believe all the characters talk in haikus, for instance. And there's tons of stuff like that out there. So yeah, adventure on a new log. Right, I think I'm going to put myself over here. We're going to have to wait and see if that's going to be the best thing. And I am going to call myself after the canonical name of the protagonist, which is Erdrick. Because I want it to be all nice and in line. There we go. Please decide upon name. Sorry, but that name is not allowed. Oh, we can't use that name. Oh, no. Oh, dear. I did not know that was a thing. Well, then, we're going to have to do my name, then. Rude. Snake, you've created the time paradox. How do we want our character to look? Let's go for A. The Gohan design that people know and love so much. What language? Yeah, is it character speaking English? Yes. Do you want to display the location of your current objective on the map? Yeah, that's one of those little perks that this game's got over the original Dragon Quest from 1988. Yes, I'm going to compare it to an NES game. Is that you can have objective points on the map. Now, half the fun for a lot of people with Dragon Quest is obviously figuring out where you're supposed to go. But with this game, with new modern enhancements and stuff, you can have that option if you want that to be a thing or not. So I really appreciate that Square Enix giving you that opportunity to pick between the two. So yes, let's pick it on yes, because with your attention being all over the place, it's probably good to have that. I'm really curious to see what these are called in Japanese, but we've got a difficulty mode, which is Draki Quest, Dragon Quest, and Draconian Quest, which is the equivalent of your easy, normal, and hard. So I'm going to put it on Dragon Quest. Are you happy to start your adventure with these settings? You can change them at any time during your adventure by visiting the systems. Yes, let's go. The game will automatically save your progress from time to time. Awesome, that's very nice. And I got tons of more stories to tell about Dragon Quest coming up. But let's just hone in on the story for now. And enjoy the music as well, by the way, buddies. The music is tremendous in these games.
Yes, come this way.
Doctor, I don't know if I do. I don't know if that was included in the game code that Square Enix provided us. If you fancy going faster, try holding the circle button while walking to pick up the pace. Oh, that might be the... I think that's literally the one you're talking about, Doctor. But yes, that's another thing with Dragon Quest, is that you now have running in it. Now, this might seem so trivial these days of like, who cares about that? That should be a standard in the game. It's now here. It's in this version in particular. So that's nice. And already immediately, like I do remember seeing this on the Super Famicom version, and it's already looking so nicely detailed. Because if there's any... the publisher out there that knows their flora and fauna, it's got to be Square. Square has got so much talent with that one. And here we go. Nico. Hold on, I should put on echo for this one. Nico, can you hear me, Nico? Well, it's probably a more feminine voice. I am she who watches over all. One day, not long from now, you will appear to be before me a true hero. We got Connor Queen coming in with the raid. Welcome on in, Connor Queen. I'll note your name down in the Book of Eternity over here. But hi, what's up? My name is Nico, and normally we are a team of 3 accompanied by either Rosie or Liam, and we play lots of games from PS1 all the way to PS5. Today we're playing a PS5 game of a remake of Dragon Quest III, provided to you by Square Enix, and I'm very excited to talk more about it. But yes, that's what I'm playing for you all today. What are you guys playing over there on your channel? I see Chris Carp over here. Welcome on in. Connor Queen saying hello. Yes, but welcome on in, Raiders. How's Dragon Quest? We literally just started. So you're at the right time for this one. But yes, so far so good. This was it the anticipation is definitely there. She dies again. Welcome on in. Coming in with the nice rave emotes. I wish we had some. Buddies, would you like to have some like rave baton emotes that, you know, they always see at like those Japanese concerts? Just finished up some God of War Ragnarok. Have you like beaten the game, Connor Queen, or is it like working towards a platinum or something like that? Because oh, perfect. Yes, go sit down, go enjoy the stream. Obviously, if you want to raid and dash, that's obviously understandable as well. But yes, I remember finishing God of War Ragnarok with Rosie, and that was what is it? It gets quite emotional at the end. You got your own, says Karaya. You got the ones from Kim Knibble. There you go. You heard it this time, Karaya. You can't rat me out like that anymore, even though you were 100% correct on that one. It's so funny. Karaya, she never dared to actually point it out when I met her. Bless her. But yeah, she's so lovely in real life. It was very lovely to meet Kim Knibble. But yeah, he did. Oh, sorry. He did it. He actually remembered. In fact, I just got the platinum, says Connor Queen. Lovely. Yeah, what I said, I do remember that the end of was God of War Ragnarok was quite the thing. The beginning as well, to be fair. Now, come to think of it. But yes, let's look at this. Okay, I'm gonna go back on the echo and the voice in the sky. One day, not long from now, you will appear before me, a true hero. But before your journey can begin, you must teach me something. Teach me what manner of person you are. Karaya, what kind of person am I? You must answer my questions as honestly as you are able. Are you ready to begin? Hey, that's okay. Chocobo ain't here. I can say what I want. There was no mention of the naughty list for this one. I'm going to be safe for this one. Fernando, coming in with the dancing emotes. Right. I'm ready to begin. Very well. First, tell me your true name. True name, you say? My true name is Liam. There we go. What is the... What is the month of your birth? Mine is January. And the day? No. And the day? It's 20th. It's an interesting date, actually, because that is the date where you're usually between two zodiacs. Please don't try to correct me on that one. I've had hundreds of people doing that by now. But yes. No, see, now I'm an Aquarius. I'm always one or the other. Yeah, so that's the thing that happens on January 20th. Your sign is the one in your world as Aquarius. Is this correct? Yes. Well, actually, says Correct Medical One. Very good, Nico. I will now ask you a series of questions. Do not dwell up them too deeply. Answer swiftly and from the heart. Do so, and I will come to know your true mind. Now, let us begin. Do you find life to be dull and uninteresting? Heck no. We live in an era of video games. How can that possibly be boring? Upon seeing a troubled soul, is your first urge to get to their aid? Yes, it is. Do you find your head so full of thoughts that you are unable to sleep? That is 100% me. I've got such a caffeine brain, man. I find it very difficult to sleep when I have a lot of thoughts in my mind. Do you dream often? Well, that's a very deep question because define dream. But if you mean the actual state of being asleep and dreaming, not that much actually. Do you prefer spells and sorcery to swords and sweat? Yes, I do. Do you wonder how magical it might be to soar unaided through the skies? Yes, I do. Do you envy the freedom of the birds? Yes, I do. If you could be reborn, would it be a prince or princess? Heck no. Do you find yourself unable to refuse the request of others? Yes. Do you often drift off on flights of fancy? Yes. Were you granted a single wish? Could you name it without a moment's hesitation? Yes, Ape Escape 4. Give me Ape Escape 4, dang it. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I feel that I know you a little better now. Now, let us move to the final test of your character. Whoa! Yes, that's our throne page as well. Yeah, there you can. Do you have a throne? Yes, Sisley. Yeah, we've got the final games of the Astrobot video that we're looking for over there as well. And if those get donated, then we will stream them as well in 2025. So that's probably worth pointing out on Throne that's currently going on. Oh, hello there. Came here to take the trial, did you? Me too. Crikey, though. It's a lot further down than it looks from the bottom, eh? I think I might make I think I might have to make my excuses and slope off home with my tail between my legs. Here we go. How was that? Jumping off too, are you? Well, wait your blooming turn. We still want to talk to the other ones. Yay! Finally, my chance to show everyone how brave I really am. If I can do this, I can do anything. Don't look down, don't look down, don't look down. Oh, I'm going to be sick. Wait, what am I doing? What's the point of trying to impress people if you end up dying in the process? It's stupid, right? Yes, it is kind of, to be fair. You should never try to impress someone by your death. That's just weird. Exactly. I knew you'd agree with me. Right then, let's just step away from the edge and get on with our lives, shall we? Well, don't just stand there. Make up your mind, will you? To jump or not to jump? That is the question. 12 hours Final Fantasy stream would be perfect, says Zarek. But yes, we didn't get the Cloud Astro Bolt that I was like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That was it right now. Maybe in another season or something when the stars are a bit more aligned. I was like, nah, it's not going to happen. Oh, interesting, Doctor. I didn't know that. Maybe based on my first answers, you probably get something different. Okay. What's over here? No, I don't want to go back down. So we talk to him. Also, what's really impressive is that what you're hearing right now is obviously an orchestra, but don't forget, buddies, this is based off of an 8-bit track. 3 audio channels. That is just insane. Okay, so I think we had the choice between do you want to jump off or do you want to go down the stairs. I would have jumped in that state. Absolutely. I am she who watches over all, and I have seen what manner of person you are. Of a daydreamer. You are too kind to others, and in this kindness is effortless and heartfelt, making it easy for you to grow fond of you. However, you tend to suppress your own thoughts and feelings in your quest to be liked. And you are perhaps inclined to daydream, making you less active than you might otherwise be. You must focus on believing in yourself more, on carving out your own path. This is your spirit, your soul, the essence of your character. Now, my child, very soon the dawn will break, and you will rise to greet the new day. I am she who watches over all, and I look to the time when you and I come face to face at last. Interesting. Tubbs is over here saying, good evening. This looks nice. Yes, Tubbs, it's a Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake. In layman's terms, it's a bit in the vein of Octopath Traveler, but it's not Octopath Traveler. It's a completely different game, of course.
Oh.
Then we have Dad. Can it wait until he's a little bit older? It's also worth mentioning as well that and I'll quickly interrupt this. It's also worth mentioning that tons of games have been inspired by Dragon Quest III. I know it's very cheesy to say, but I'm playing Arc the Lad as we speak, and I can tell you now that the way how Arc the Lad starts is exactly the same way how Dragon Quest III starts off. Just saying. I'm just going to assume that it's the guard on the floor down there. It pains me to say that we have no word from Ortega since he left for the volcano. Oh. Same, Tubbs. Absolutely. If we ever are going to get this treatment, if I'll ask to the buddies as well, see what you guys would say. But if there was one game that 100% deserves this more than anything, I would be Golden Sun. I would love to see Golden Sun get this treatment.
Well, no time like the present.
I know.
I love that even the mother wears the
I'll
same.
go and wake them now.
The same colors as I wear. I have a feeling it might be hometown colors or something. Those like 8-bit sound effects are back. Very good. And in true, is it RPG fashion, we wake up. That's the first thing that we do, of course. I look at the paintings in the back and
wakey, wakey, rise and shine.
I wonder if the paintings in the back are references to other Dragon Quest games.
Morning, my darling. It's time to get up. Today's a very important day. After all, it's not every morning you ask the king himself to give your big journey his personal blessing. This is what I've been raising you for all these years. Well then, shall we get going? Come on, follow me.
Look at how tough we look. Yeah, let's go. We're ready to kick some butt. Oh, hold up. Right, I think I'm going to put my webcam over here. Oh, stunning. I'm looking at all the polling in the air, and I can only think about when I see that. Oh, great hay fever.
Come on, dear. You know where the castle is. Straight on now.
It's also worth pointing out that this game...
Off you go. And remember to mind your manners. I won't have the king thinking you've been dragged up.
Like, just looking at all the graphics and stuff, I'm thinking of, like, imagine if you were one of those people back from 1988. Like, this is a game that generations of people lean on. Because, you know, there's a chance that someone's father or mother grew up playing this game as a kid. You know what I mean? Like, this game tackled so many generations of people on the Game Boy, on the Wii, on the Super Nintendo, on the NES and stuff, that it must feel so enriching that you now have this again, something to bond over with other generations of people. This is also the most anticipated game on Amazon in Japan for the longest time as well. This game means a lot to a lot of people in Japan. Whereas over here in the West, it didn't make as much of a bang as it did over there. Right, let's see. Let's just try the front door, see what happens. Here we go. Buddies, does anyone know... because I haven't seen that many castles in my life, but I've noticed that every time with an RPG, if you just go straight forward, you would go straight to the throne room, so to speak. Is that a thing that castles have? Or is that just happens to be a game thing? Like, see what I mean? Like, if I just keep going forward, I'll just eventually end up in the throne room. Okay, Zarek, thank you.
Well met, child of Ortega. We could not locate any of Ortega's belongings. I see. To think something out there is capable of besting a man of his caliber.
My husband thought long and hard before setting off. I'm sure he was at peace when he passed.
Doubtless your mother has recounted the tale of your father's final moments many times.
Okay, awesome, Mr. James Ether. There's some concrete evidence out there.
When he fell into the maw of that accursed volcano, the world lost a great man. However, We wholeheartedly approve of your wish to follow in his footsteps and set forth on the path of adventure. For it is what he would have wanted. And only the child of such a hero as he could hope to save our world. The foe we face is dire indeed, the archfiend Baramos. Many of the peoples of this world do not yet even know his name. And yet, his grip on our realm grows ever tighter. He must be stopped, no matter the cost. You must free us from the Archfiend's ever-encroaching tyranny. But alone, you will only meet the same fate as your father.
No, I
Go
won't.
and consult with Mistress Patty in town, and use this to outfit the companions she has selected for you.
You will die unless you meet Mistress Patty in the town. You imbecile child. This is just so cheap, isn't it? Like, the king over here is like, go forth and talk to this person that's going to help you out with all of this. But I'm still a cheapskate, though, so I'm going to give you 50 gold. Go buy yourself a leather sword or something like that.
Allow me to proffer some guidance. You would be wise to seek out the thief's key, an implement that can open a myriad of the world's doors. Obtain it, and your travels will be that. But first, I suggest you heed His Majesty's advice and seek like-minded individuals at Patty's party planning place.
The what? The Patty's party planning place. Now, this might actually be one of those cases where Yuji Hoari's writing has been translated over. Yeah, I bet there's a pun in there normally.
Once you have done so, try making your way to Reeve, a quaint village to the northwest of our fair kingdom. You will now find Reeve marked on your map. Locating the rest of the realm's noteworthy areas, however, is a task I believe best left in your capable hands. You simply need note down anywhere you happen to visit. Be sure to see these places with your own eyes first, though. Otherwise, you'll likely forget to mark them on your map. And remember, your curiosity is an asset most valuable. Lend it an ear at all times, and you will surely benefit. However, remain wary, lest it lead you into trouble on occasion.
So, what's worth mentioning about what he's saying is that back in the 80s, there weren't that many RPGs. Like, sure, you had, like, looking back on it now, we've got Wizardry, and I think it's called the Black Onyx or something like that. Ultima, for instance, that are big inspirations to what Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy are today. But exploration, as we know it in video games, wasn't common in these days. It wasn't common to keep talking to NPCs to get new dialogue or show them something and get something in return. That stuff you didn't do. Like, remember in Legend of Zelda, all you really do in that game is go into the dungeon, defeat the boss, grab the Triforce, and move on to the next thing. Exploration in this setting wasn't common. So that's probably why Reef over here, the Chancellor, is explaining it to us to be like, this is how we want you to play this game. Because that was actually a problem when original Dragon Quest came out. People did not know how to play the game because the idea that you're just free and to go wherever you see please wasn't a thing. You only went to right. You defeated Donkey Kong by going up the stairs. Or with Ghosts and Goblins, you walk from left to right and you just go through the castle. Castlevania, similar case. This is quite uncommon territory for games to have this kind of thing going on in 1988. Hobbitalian is here. Welcome in, Hobbitalian. We're playing a Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake provided by SquareEnix for tonight.
We expect great things of you.
That is what we said to the Crash Bandicoot 1 when we gave him mod status. We expect great things from you. Traveler's Tips, a curated collection of useful information, can be found in the miscellaneous menu. Be sure to give it a look if you need help with controls and aren't quite sure how to get on with your adventure. Yeah, because conveyance was a big thing with these games, where if you didn't know where to go, that could potentially ruin you continue to play this game, of course. This is also new, by the way. Dragon Quest III has a map in this version. Normal Dragon Quest III did not have a map. So, another big bonus over the other version that this one's got. But yes, let's go explore. Oh, excuse me. Right, Patty's Party Planning Place is in Aliahan. Is your one-stop shop if you need to recruit some adventurers to join your ranks or shake up your party. Your journey is unlikely to be an easy one, so finding a team of trusty travelers at Patty's is a must. Right, let's go there then. I keep pressing square to run. I think... No, that's not Bloodborne. Bloodborne is also a circle. It's just me then. We'll talk to these people in a bit. Let's go to Patty's Party Place first. You took off the day off and ordered sushi for launch day. Wonderful. Yes. I think Rosie and I had sushi when the Like a Dragon show, when we watched the first episode, which by the way was great. I'm looking forward to watching the other ones. Nico tries to open the treasure chest. However, it looks like it's locked. You can claim various bonus items from this chest if you have pre-ordered the game or bought it from certain shops. For more details, pay a visit to the website of the shop you bought Dragon Quest III HD 2 Remake from, or read the instructions for obtaining bonus items. I'm trying to keep it in. I saw this already online. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, guess we didn't pre-order the game then, did we? All we can do is stare at the shiny chest.
Hey, you. Still can't believe this day's finally here. I remember when you popped out of your mother like it was yesterday, you know?
Excuse me?
Oh, and don't be thinking I'm ridiculously old or anything. I was just a kid back then. But it felt like I suddenly had a new sibling to look after. To think that was 16 whole years ago. At any rate, I'm sure you know by now, but Patty's Party Planning Place is your one-stop shop for all things adventuring. If you find yourself feeling lonely on the road, or simply want some muscle you can count on in a pinch, let me know. I'll find the perfect companions to suit your needs. But gosh, you really are all grown up now, aren't you? May take me a while to get used to. At any rate.
Yeah, so, as you can tell, there's very colorful writing with the characters in Dragon Quest III. That's also definitely prevalent in Dragon Quest XI, where you can really tell the differences between cultures. Well, in Dragon Quest XI, there's this great town. I forgot what town it is, but so like I said, it uses its languages as a commentary to what's happening in the world in reference to what happens in the real world. So, for instance, if you go to a particular town and you have got really wealthy people, and they all have the very proper kind of way of talking, like Queen's English. But if you then go to the poverty areas, you'll start to notice that they really talk in this God, I forget the voice for a second, the accents. It's the one that Michael Caine talks in. Sorry, the name's escaped me. Liam, welcome on in. I'm having definitely fun with this game. We just started with it. God, what's the region called again? Michael Caine talks in that accent. It's definitely not Scouse. God, what was it called again? Cockney, that was it. Yeah, and the reason why it's called is that because for a long time, Cockney people in London were treated as like almost second-class citizens. which is awful, of course. But that is also how the people in that town in particular were treated in Dragon Quest. So Dragon Quest uses these accents and cultural references to kind of like marinate you to what you should be thinking about what's happening in this world, which I think is interesting. Have a banana? Are you having a giraffe, Liam? If you want to find new party members, this is the place to be. Same goes if you want to ditch them, for that matter. So, how can I help you today? Right, let's pick up some heroes. Which one would you take along with you? Let's take Linus with us. No problemo. Yoo-hoo, Linus! Nico's here to see you. Nice. Okay, Dorothy. You want Dorothy to join you? No problemo. Awesome. And let's do Margaret. So let's put them all in our team. Why not, right? If it's free real estate. Let's go. He's having a giraffe, says Liam. For interest, if you go upstairs, you can make your own characters. Awesome. Thank you, Doctor. Be sure to equip your belongings instead of leaving them to languish in your bag. You can do this by going to the equipment section of the main menu. Can we play the piano? No, it's no Final Fantasy 3 for that matter. Most towns are home to several shops. Some sell weapons and armor, and some deal in items. Their wares vary to make sure to stop by any new shops you see. Awesome. Yeah, you can record your progress in your... Oh, yes. Just remember, FASF. Fearless adventurers save frequently. I feel like there's probably a moment where that bit us when we didn't save in the game. So let's test this save feature. Oh yeah, that's how you create memories. Right, let's see. Can we save here? No, we have to go to a priest, I bet. Okay. So let's see. Where can we find religion? We need religion, buddies. Otherwise, we will die in this game. We need to find religion. Where can we find religion in this place? Will we find it in the well? Oh no, don't go down the well. No, not yet, not yet. Well, to be fair, Liam will probably like this. Liam, you'll like this. Check this out. Check how pretty this is. Now that is like, hold up. Let's take a picture. Oh yeah, it's worth mentioning as well. The reason why you saw that is because we're playing on our new PlayStation 5 Slim model over here. I can't show it sadly because it's plugged in, but we have that one thanks to you buddies out there. Thank you so much for making that possible. But yeah, there you go. You can see us using it. We also now have, thanks to you all, it's also worth mentioning, a third controller. So that means we can now use that one for 4-player multiplayer or something like that here in the Buddy Bunker. No, actually 3-player, I think. Yeah, 3-player. But yeah, that means we basically have another controller. Always nifty to have. I wouldn't mind a sewer level that looks like this. Yeah, would this count as a sewer level? I mean, actually, I don't think so. It's a well after all. Who has a house under a well? What's going on over here? Mini medal. Yes, there we go. The mini medals. Staple in the Dragon Quest franchise. If you've any, bring them over and I'll make magically worth your while. Awesome. Right, what's over here? Heaven knows why, but when I met the boss here, I got this strange feeling that he was a king and that I had to protect him. That's why I followed him down here, you see? It just feels like he's the king of a big shot. The Archfiend or something might want to bump off, you know? Okay, so yeah, the mini medal guy will give us tons of cool perks in the game. What does the mini medal matter? He may not look it, but the boss here is a very important man. Get into his good books and you won't regret it. So yes, it's like, you know, you're equivalent to finding banana coins in Donkey Kong Country. It's like an extra currency that you can use to grab extra items. Let's check out what's over here. La la, la la. Music is so pretty in these games. There we go. We have found religion, buddies. Brave warrior, have... So I do like a nice, like, bombastic voice for this one. Brave warrior, how may our church assist you? Confess to me that you have done, child, that I might record in an adventurer's log. In which your adventurer's log do you wish to be me to record this? Let's do this one. In that case, I must overwrite Nico level 1. Do you wish to proceed, my child? It's not the typical organ, but this will suffice. I successfully recorded your changelog. Do you intend to continue your adventure at this point, my child? So, here's something cool to know about Dragon Quest. So this is back... Now, Liam, you might remember these days as well. Do you remember that the screen of, like, it's now safe to turn off your computer? Do you remember that? I think that's Windows 95 days. If you say no in the original Dragon Quest games, he will give you, like, normally a quite religious spiel about, like, you know, the Lord protecting the child in their adventures outside of Dragon Quest. But that is the hint to basically say, turn off your system. And the game will just not proceed. It will stop right there and then. So you have to turn the system off, turn the system on, just to continue playing. So there wasn't like a loop where you would go back to the main menu and then you can play as much as you like. That was a feature for those games back in the day. So I thought it was worth pointing out. Like how in Super Mario World, you cannot go back to the title screen. The game will just end. It's over when you have the end. I actually remember as a child leaving the TV on for an hour, thinking, oh, there must be something but after that one. We'll have to just wait for a little bit. It didn't happen. So yes, we intend to continue. And yeah, you got your other little stats over here. So in if you've played a game like Golden Sun before, if you get like cursed or something, you will have to find a church in order to get that healed. Or if your party member dies, you cannot bring them back with like something like a Phoenix Down. You'll have to find a church for that one. So it's very important that you keep your eye out for these priests people, because without them, you'll be screwed in these games. But yeah, look at that. Like, it's got incredible lighting in this game. Very satisfying to look at. Okay, awesome. So we've got a team. We found religion. I think it's time to explore. I mean, we do got 50 gold coins. But I think I want to, you know, explore the game now for a little bit. The game looks lush, doesn't it? It's got that Octopath treatment, doesn't it, Liam? But yeah, games like... Oh, and this is another thing, right? Buddies, look at this. It's the overworld. Ah! Just listen for a second. That's it! Don't you feel like an adventurer hearing this? Now, this is what you hear when you go on an adventure. I love this theme. Oh, and you might have heard it before if you play Dragon Quest Builders. I think that theme is featured in that one as well. And here we go. Here we got our slimes, which we have in the background over here as well. We should probably give it another home on the shelf. But yeah, you can't really see him. Slime battle. And a thing that I love that in games when they bring back those sound effects. Like, there's nothing wrong with a bit of 8-bit synth. And all these games have it. It's so good. Right, I think I'm going to put myself up here so we can see everything. And basically, the core gameplay of the game is still intact from its original. So if you're familiar with the old Dragon Quest games, or if you're interested to see what the Dragon Quest games are about, it's basically the exact same game under the hood. So that is probably worth noting as well. Stabby, says Bovinoid. Right, let's do this. one thing you'll notice as well in games like Final Fantasy, because you won't probably naturally compare this one to Final Fantasy, is you have things like, was it Curaga, Fireaga, Blizzaga, I think, is also one. It's like, they'll give like all these little acronyms on top of the game. Whereas with this one, things are like poof, boing, bump, was it, zap, and that kind of stuff. Everything is called after like onomatopoeias for spells and attacks, which is probably worth pointing out. I love the little sound effects during the Dragon Quest battles in Dragon Quest Builders. It gives it warm and fuzzy vibes. It absolutely does. It's the same with games like Pokemon, where they have the same inventory sound effects. Oh, the music is so good. We need to go to Reeve. But then, crows! I do love that it's got that, what is it? That scariness to it when you get encountered like you see in the original Dragon Quest games. Like a, uh-oh, feeling to it. I know we can speed this up somehow as well, which I'll probably look into, because I think that the fight's going to be a little bit faster. Starkraven A is defeated. Oh, right now I can't do it. Oh, you can hide the UI as well. Oh, there we go. I thought I had to press L1, but it's between L1 and R1. So yeah, you've got normal, fast, and ultra fast. And ultra fast is going to be very convenient if you're just here, you want to grind quickly. Now, I understand that that's kind of the appeal for these games for some. But obviously, not everyone's got the time for that. And it's also very nifty when you want to pick the pace and how you want to play this game. So I love it when they give you that option to pick between whatever you prefer. So yeah, you could just play like on easy mode, ultra fast, and then you could just blast through the game and experience the story, which is also a valid reason to experience these games, of course. Yeah, and what is also very notable about Dragon Quest, because, as I said, Dragon Quest is a pivotal game for this for the success of RPGs back in the day. But the thing that Yuji Horii invented, buddies, you're not going to believe this. This is how far back this goes. He invented menu boxes. The way what you look at right now, that is what Yuji Horii invented, because Yuji Horii needed to find ways to simplify everything whilst keeping it like nicely contained. Now, games already had something like it, but not like a text box on top of a game. He invented that in his Portopia case series files, which are also wonderful games worth checking out. But with games, I believe, like, I think it's Wizardry, where that is the case. Wizardry, you have to actually, because it was a computer, you have to type out what kind of spell you want to perform on these enemies. So, what is it? Because of that, it was very cumbersome. Because can you imagine typing in a spell by, you know, moving it over a D-pad? You'll be done after 20 minutes, man. You don't want to play that game anymore. So Yuji Horii simplified all of that. He simplified, you know, clicking on an enemy and selecting what move you want to make and stuff. He invented that. Like, that's how far back this goes. That is crazy to say that out loud these days, of like, oh, it's a medieval setting, like swords and sorcery. I've seen that. He did it first. Oh, it's about exploring the world. Oh, it's so infamous about that. He did it first. Oh, it's just, you know, these particular elements I've seen in other Final Fantasy games. Yeah, but Dragon Quest did it first. And that's what makes this game so important for a lot of people. But yeah, that's what Yuji Horii gets like a ton of rave on the internet for creating all of that stuff. And I will forever be jealous to that one guy who went to Gamescom and met Yuji Horii just randomly in a Deutsches Bahn. I was like, I can't believe this. How do you meet? It's like one of the most legendary game developers just randomly in the middle of a hallway. It's crazy to me. Right, here we go. Alright, let's get rid of these boys. Oh, these sound effects are so charming. Oh, just can you imagine, like, a game like Golden Sun looking like this? And we're already starting to see an element that Dragon Quest III was known for as well, which is that it's got night and day sequences, which was also, again, something that we didn't see as often in a game. Layers to an existing world. It's essentially what A Link to the Past is, where you have a normal world and a dark world, so to speak. And based on the story or where you find yourself, dialogue will change depending on what time of the day it is. Again, stuff we take for granted in games these days. But this was 1988. It wasn't a thing back then. So yeah, you got a piece of history with Dragon Quest III over here. Buff. The Stark Raven drops a treasure chest. Yes. Oh, I love these sounds. So, another thing that Dragon Quest is known for as well, which I'm very curious to see how this game is going to tackle it, is its towns. So, whereas Final Fantasies are about the characters shaping the world, Dragon Quest can be a little bit more about the world shaping the characters. And yeah, it's just so cool to walk through these towns. And like, I remember for Dragon Quest 11, you saw that a lot. So I hope to see it in this one as well. So it's not like the Donkey saying like that Final Fantasy doesn't have amazing towns. It does. But Dragon Quest, man, Dragon Quest 11 was special. It was different. Like, these towns were so good looking and so well made. Welcome to the main inn, weary travelers. How much does it cost? 8 coins. Let's go. It's got all the jingles. They're all back. I trust you had a restful sleep. Do come again. Buddies, is there anything you're curious about with this game? Do you want me to explore? You want me to check out? Because I can always show it to you now. Awesome. Okay. Oof, that is a lot of money, actually. Looking at it. That's also Dragon. You mean the little clarinet jingle? Yes, it's in all the games. It's I love it when games do that, and I think that's why, Fernando, so many people love these games so much, because it's almost like a comforting comfort blanket of a video game, because you know what you're going to get with them. I told you, Zarek, he was a cheapskate. What was I meant to do with that? Take a single bus and then just figure it out when I'm in the town. Nico peers inside the barrel. This barrel almost had half the funds a monarch was able to provide me. A monarch! In a medieval set. Come on! Say, have you ever heard of a thief's key? It's probably not really a boy's voice. Hold up. I once had some old bloke in the Dreamer's Tower look after it. All on his lonesome on that tiny isle west of Eliahan. You know, there's actually a hidden passage in the town south of here that leads to the tower. There we go. Let's hold that one then. I've always wanted to take that look at it myself, but the forest is so dark, and well, I'm not really the bravest man you'll ever meet. I'm honestly just having a great time seeing and hearing all the bits I recognize from Dragon Quest Builders. In fact, I might go and fish out my Switch and play along. Yes, go for it. Dragon Quest Builders is amazing. Such a good spin-off game. And again, we love playing on BuddyGames, as we all know. But yeah, again, this is one of those jingles that is from that game. And it shows you how incredible Dragon Quest III was for, you know, making these jingles and just hitting a home run with it. Diary of a Heartman. Okay, let's see. Don't want to cross that bridge yet, but let's see what the map says. Okay, that's the town. Like, look at this. Look at how pretty these houses are. And also, when you have a house in an RPG, typically, like, they would be like in the middle of the doorway, and over here it's not. Like, the door's right here, and it got a little step case on it. It's got a little hill on the bottom here. It's just, that's what I mean. There's so much detail to these houses. The door's locked.
But what about the bag that walked into an inn in Reeve? No, too bad. Hehehe.
Oh, these guys, they're amazing. I love them. Wonder where that lad came from anyway. So these builders, they tend to have quite the blokey attitude as well. Very carpenter, like your typical Ford Transit, was it Bob the Builder, here to save the day of your toilet issues. Right, what's over here? Water! Okay, we should probably look at the map and see where we need to go, because now I'm just like exploring around. And I don't want any Nico Nav accusations before they start coming in again. Oof! Hold up!
Just a moment.
Get the anteater first. Get him! We're gonna need some healing on Margaret if we want to survive this one.
Take this.
Awesome. Yes. Finally, level 2. Okay, does anyone have a healing spell? Don't do that, please. Spells. Frizz. Singles a single enemy with a small fireball. Nice. They've got heal. Please use it on yourself. Oh my god, Mario only has like 18 HP. Right, let's check the map. So, we obtained the Thieves' Key. We'd go back. It's apparently all the way in the south. Well then, in the meantime, we can do some grinding as well. Because, yeah, grinding is a big thing in these games at the same time. Alright, let's put it on ultra fast. Test that out. I love the clouds that fly over the landscapes as well. That's a very nice detail. Yeah, you're going to hear that jingle a lot in these games. This is also one of those games that started that trend of if the hero dies, if the hero dies, the whole team dies as well. Also worth mentioning as well is that this is one of those games that inspired Kasuga Ichiban to become the hero of Kamurocho. So if you needed another reason to enjoy Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3, there you go. There it is. Get yourself educated a little bit on why Ichiban takes such inspiration after Erdrick. God, just look at the landscape in the back as well. Oh, just get rid of that box. I know you've invented Yuji Horii, but I want to look at the landscape for a second. Too bad. That's what I get for insulting Yuji Horii. You can't look at the pretty mountains. Yes, I can't wait for Pirate Majima as well. I am one thing though, Fernando. I am 100% not going to look at the promotion material because it's okay. I understand they want to hype up their games and stuff, but they have a tendency to reveal a lot of the game. I might even argue and say they reveal a little bit too much. So I've kind of like sealed it up. I'm like, I don't need to hear anything about that game. See you when I see you. I'll see you when the game's out. You got my money already. I'm already a customer for that one. But yeah, super excited to see what that game is all about. Have you heard, Fernando, that the tiger that Majima has with him, that he's voiced by the same voice actor for Ichiban? He's voicing a tiger. Like, whatever the hell that means, right? Let's see. Is this something? No. Right, let's go! The crow's cry is quite sad. Yeah! Sounds quite dire as well. Oh, I forgot to show that. We actually do have an art book for what is it? For Dragon Quest. I got an art book purchased from all the monsters in Dragon Quest 1, and I think a couple of others as well. And it's very cool to see Toriyama's art for those, because when Toriyama obviously draws for his Dragon Ball manga back in the day, he's quite limited to what he can do with it, because he learned with characters like Cell, like, don't overdo it when you make a character, because if you do that, you have to constantly keep up with that standard. And because of that, his characters are like less detailed as a result, because he wants to keep them simple. But then you have a game like Dragon Quest where that doesn't matter, because, you know, you show the art only once or twice, and because of that, he has way more freedom and liberty with how he can design them, and it shows, because as a result, the characters are quite detailed and have way more stuff happening to them. Like, compare, for instance, Goku's design to the hero in Dragon Quest 11, and just you'll see there's way more detail added to them.
You're mine. Take this.
Begone, crows! You can see the sun setting on the top of the mountains as well. Very cool. Have I just gone all the way south? Oh my god. Really? I blooming have. I was like, I don't just keep going, I'm almost there. Oh my god. Well then, let's go. I want to go here, but at the same time, I really need to redeem that Thieves' Key. So let's keep going. I'm looking at Dorothy's MP, and I'm like, oh, is that gonna go well? Another thing that these games got, I've only just realized, is Just like in Final Fantasy, you can not only walk in 4 directions, you can also walk diagonally. I need to wait until all the levels ups are done. Yeah, look. You can walk diagonally. The future is today. Okay, it's literally like in those woods down there. I really hope that Dorothy's is like a warrior or something that can still slice into enemies, because I'm looking at that and people are like, ooh. Let's go. Okay, you're somewhere here. Ah, there it is. Let's have a look. Ooh, Shrine of the Plains. Hello.
Have you seen that huge tree of the west of town? It's managed to grow way bigger than anything else in the area. Go take a look and see if you like it.
Well, what's this, though? Door's locked. Ooh. Wow, do you see that lighting when I went into the tunnel? That was so cool. Dreamer's Tower. Oh, moose. Watch out, Rose. There's a moose there. Oh, I think we've entered a proper dungeon here, buddies. I think we should probably actually retreat and save before we do something as risky as this. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to retreat, go back into a town, save, and then go back into this place. Because I don't want to take the risk and then die, and then we have to do all of it again. Because there's a good chance, because remember, these are old games, that we might need to do a bit of leveling up in order to get what we want. Also, resurrecting enemies can be quite expensive in some games. I don't know if you have to pay for that in Dragon Quest. I know you have to in Golden Sun. I'm getting like those two a bit confused because I played a lot of Golden Sun over the summer. So yeah. Here we go. Right. Margaret. Let's go back. Retreat! Please don't die. Yes, let's go. Yeah, see, look, like the lighting affects how the tunnel looks. Like, look at that. Also, which way the lantern is facing. That's really cool. Okay. There's a barrel there. Let's look into that first. Nice! Mini medal. On your adventure, you may come across some shiny trinkets known as mini medals. These can be traded for all kinds of wonderful prices with Morgan Miniman, the mini medal enthusiast who dwells in the well of Eliahan. Right, let's go up there. And now also the music has changed as well. It's a lot more quiet. Bandit, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. We're playing Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake, provided to you by SquareEnix. Thank you so much, SquareEnix, for the game key. And we're checking this game out. It came out yesterday. It's a remake of a well-beloved game from 1988 and sold incredibly well in Japan. Sadly not as well here in the West, but I'm here to change your minds on it and making sure that you guys are after this one, because I want the remake to succeed so we can have more of these games. And so far, it's looking very promising. Awesome. There we go. Yeah, I wasn't that far away, luckily. Awesome. That wasn't saving, that was healing. Hold up. We need to save as well. Right, it's time to find religion. Yes, there it is. Lower right. So yeah, as you can see, this is the perfect game on something like a Steam Deck or a Switch. Like, let's face it, this game would be perfect for that. That was also worth pointing out is that the Switch version of Dragon Quest III HD2 Remake did the best out of all of them. Our Steam Deck only at 1 terabyte, black or white version these days. Thank you so much, Lee, for setting the record straight on that one. If you're looking for religion, you can maybe suggest Jedi. Young Jedi. Nah, Liam is a Sith. Liam would go Sith. I don't know what I would be in the Star Wars universe. I do like myself a bit of freelancing, so I can maybe see myself doing a bounty hunter one. But, you know, those are the cool characters. Like, let's face it, I'm probably just going to be some guy in the bar somewhere. See, that Nico kills Jar Jar Binks. Hey, I didn't kill him. He got killed, remember? I didn't kill Jar Jar Binks. I killed a Gungan. Whatever they were called. And now it's broad daylight. Oh, that's a lot of slime. Hold up. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yep. There we go. That's a lot better. I won't actually. Let's make the slime at the back stare at me. I want that now. Sorry, Dragon Quest V, my beloved. We'll put you down here for now. There we go. So if I sit like this, yeah, that's it. Now the slime is like, it's like, what are you doing to my people? Yeah, let's go. Da-dum. Da-dum. Love the music in Dragon Quest III. I listen to this soundtrack actually quite often. You'll be throwing some hands if I'm not careful. But not all slimes are equal. Some of them have no ill intent whatsoever. Right, here we go. Look, even the dungeon is a bit more bright than it was when I entered. Nope, door's locked. Right, get rid of the frogs. Wait a second, I thought you guys were healed. Hold up, this is not looking good. Oh dear, let's flee. Okay, awesome. How do we do this? There we go. Yeah, because bringing them back from the dead is far worse than healing them up. It's not like in Final Fantasy where you can just use a Phoenix down and it's solved. You will have to have a solution for that in place, and these games do not provide that easily to you, other than indeed finding a priest for it. I think it's a little bit too zoomed in, even though I do like it. Other way, please. Other way, please. There we go. Dun 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 dun. What's over here? Do you have a map for it already? Yes, we do. Oh, there was something to the right, wasn't there? No, we went to the inn. The inn basically heals them, but I think because I'm rushing these fights, I think just something really was knocking me out.
Take this.
The priest is only there if you want to like revive your members or if you want to save. That's what they're for. And a couple other things that we will see the more we play this game, of course. God, has it already been an hour? Almost 2 hours. Jeez. That went quick. Oh, I just looked at the time. Right, what's over here? Awesome. The group of enemies are defeated. Let's have a look. Nothing here. So pretty. What's over here? Ah ha ha! We want a bit of that, of course.
Time to heal.
Let's get rid of these goons. Yeah, if you got poisoned as well, I think, Fernando. It's definitely if you got cursed. Awesome. So yeah, like I said, in this ocean of Square Enix games coming out, this is another comfortable RPG that you could be playing right now, and I would recommend it as well. I know, I've been recommending Visions of Mana and Romancing Saga 2, but don't get it twisted, there's another one coming our way. I've got my eyes out on that one, and it's Fantasian as well, that game that finally is free from the Apple Store for other platforms, because it looks so much like Final Fantasy 8, 9, and 10 of that era. It looks so good. Lee, if you've not seen Fantasian yet, check it out. I think you will really like it. It looks so cool. But that's coming out next month, so that's another game to to think about. Yeah, it's made by Sakaguchi, who made the original Final Fantasy as well as like up to 10. And what else? And it also has Uematsu doing the music for, I think, most of the tracks. I won't say all, but definitely most. Does it have Blitzball? Not that I know of. I have yet to give that game a proper go, but if it so happens that we would be able to get access to that one on behalf of Square Enix, then yeah, we'll do some research into it. not fishing for anything here. I know that Square Enix always gave us this. So, but yeah, it is a thing that obviously I would love to cover as well. Is this Square Enix is just like, oh, was that? You want another RPG? No worries, we got another freaking 10 of them lined up for you. No worries for that one. Oh goodness, yeah, that is very quick. I thought it was like more like December 10th. Oh boy. That's when Eternityyy is also coming out. Which, when I saw the trailers of it, I'm interested to see what that's all about. Right, what's this? How's my team doing? Squad, how are we doing? Yeah, good for now. Just praying that we won't meet like a strong goon. 76 gold. This chest had more gold than the king gave us. I'm still upset by that, Zarek. I'm still upset by that. If you had a monarchy that's on the brink of existence, what made you think, oh, I'm just going to use 50 gold? Lots of level ups right now. Very good. See, there you go, whoosh. Rather than like, I don't know, Windaga or something, Windara. You don't have that, it's just whoosh. That's the thing that we learned. Let's get rid of these slimes first. There we go. Next! But yeah, it's, what is it? Not Final Fantasy. SquareEnix is keeping us well fed. And I keep forgetting, Final Fantasy 16 also came out on PC. So that's like another game. What is it? Hold up, I need to read Karaya's message. Can I approve this message? I need to make sure, Karaya, because you may never know, right? It's because you said, I hate that to the German, so it probably thought that you were hate speeching, which is funny because you're German yourself. I hate that the German names for the spells are completely different. Made it hard to know what it was the attack for Super Smash Bros. Since they were in the English version. Yeah, Karaya seems to be the target for auto mods wherever they go. There we go. Ooh, the sound effects. Lames' Blitzball is life. I think Rosie and I didn't really do that much Blitzball when we played Final Fantasy X originally. I think it was because we were so invested in the game that we were just not really focused on it. Right, let's go. I can help if you ever need it. I think that's, what is it? Carl is also a huge fan of the Blitzball in, what is it? In Final Fantasy X, but I haven't seen Carl in a while. Blitzball, says Karaya. Carl might show up for Blitzball chat, yeah. Right, what's over here? Ooh. Where are we now? Well then. You're seeing this, Zarek. I'm gonna refill my drink. Ta-da, ta-da. You did it, you found the south way, but not the key. Go back in again. Too bad for your Nico. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. What the heck? I feel betrayed. Thank you, Lee, for the hydrate. Also, Lee, I spied with my little eye that you now have a blue sky. Congratulations for joining the Blue Skylanders. We also have a Blue Sky Buddies, in case you haven't joined yet. So yeah, I'm gonna try to be active on Blue Sky as well. Maybe even more so on that platform. So do make sure to check us out over there if you haven't yet. I've got a couple of memes lined up for that one, so look forward to that, I suppose.
Take this!
You made the effort of downloading the app. Hey, that's a start. All the cool kits are on Blue Sky now. All our friends. Indeed. Hold up. Am I being silly? No, I'm not being silly. Oh gosh. What am I doing? Is Nico Nav kicking in again? Even Kevin Scully, the middle-aged man himself, has decided to commit to the Blue Sky. It truly is for young and old. Who am I kidding? We all wish we looked like Kevin. No, we were 54. No, just kidding. I need to stop doing this. We don't want to shame people for their age. I'm sure Kevin will appreciate that clip.
Take this.
I joined Wednesday as well. No idea how to use it. Old man and me, I'm a software engineer. On Twitter, I thought I was commenting, but I was actually DMing. Oh, bless Fernando. I've definitely had people trying to contact me for a question on Facebook, and they would make a poll. They showed, they literally were like, "Hi, Nico, how's it going?" And they made a poll. Everyone in their timeline saw saying, "Hey, Nico, how's it going?" Right, what's up here? Whoosh. Oh, this is such a comforting game. Look at the crow country here. Goodbye, crow country. That was quick. Okay, we're back. We're back here. Aha! That's where we went wrong. So we can go up here, or we can take a right. So let's try a right first. Good stuff. Wait till what Georgia finds out. Oh, look at this. Anything in this corner? No! Maybe we can go for the other way upstairs. Realized as well, we should have the Astrobot Rosies kicking in soon for the sub badges as well. Ooh. Look at these dragons. We found the dragons in Dragon Quest, buddies. We did it. We can stop playing now. The quest is over. You want the hunter one? Let's see, how many subs are you on? You are on 30 months. I believe you need 6 more for that, don't you? Until you have, yeah, it's the 3-year badge. In 2035 will be the year. Yeah, I know that some people were saying like, oh, I wish that we had the hunters later, but which I understand. But I was like, if we want to see the hunters appear during the Bloodborne playthrough, it was the best to use it then. Just keep priming, Lee, says Karaya. Well, I do appreciate your constant support here on BuddyGames because, yes, 100% of the money that we make on BuddyGames goes straight back into it. And we got some big costs coming up. Was it when we migrate the Buddy Bunker to our place? One of the big purchases was that we needed a dedicated PlayStation 5 because between you and me, buddies, but obviously because of Rosie's side job, there's confidential stuff on it. And we really don't want to run into issues with that. So it's good to have a nice like cut line and say, this is our PlayStation. This is your PlayStation. You keep your secrets, Rosie. We don't even want to know about them. Rosie has Bloodborne 2. I just know it. Look at that. Goodbye, crows. Oh, how's my team doing? Health-wise. Wow, they're just owning this place. Yeah, I don't even need to know. See, the thing is, Lee, if we actually like beat all the games that SquareEnix is releasing over the next few, over the last few months, we don't even need to know the secrets. They'll be out by then. That's how much content we have. Thanks so much, Square. There's so much good stuff out there right now. What's the next big game you're all anticipating, buddies? Was like a game you're excited to come out soon or down the line? Yeah, that's just going out, but I'm gonna try it anyways. See what happens. Oh, hello. Aha! Well. Pirate Majima. Yes, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, I believe is what the full title is. Not sure, but I'm still playing all the titles, says Yarek. I'm guessing Yuka Replay Lee is one you're excited for. Whenever that's ready to be released. Jedi Power Battles. That's coming in January, I believe, isn't it, Lee? Xerx, oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, December actually is quite busy. More busy than I thought it was going to be. So you have Eternityyy, which is coming out on December 5th. We've got Fantasian, which is coming out. We've got Legacy of Kain Remastered, which I believe is coming out in December as well. And then we have Indiana Jones and the Great Circle as well. 4 games. Okay, awesome. Right, let's go back into Dreamer's Tower. I lose track on what's coming out in the future until the actual week they are released. That's fine. There's a lot on everyone's radar, of course. Oh my goodness! The rack raids! Rack attack! Georgia and Rackers, welcome in. We are playing Dragon Quest 3 no, not remastered. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake, provided by SquareEnix. Thank you so much, SquareEnix, for the game key. And we are currently exploring the Dreamer's Tower. It's the first bit of the game, so we're not really spoiling anything over here, fortunately. But yes, if I could get a shout out for Georgia as well, that would be great. But yeah, obviously, you know me. My name is Nico, but if you don't know who I am, as I said, I'm Nico, and we have normally Rosie or Liam with us as well. And we play lots of games for PS1 all the way to PS5, and today we're playing Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. And also, if you don't know Georgia, do check out her content. Georgia streams lots of amazing games like Horizon Zero Dawn, as well as the Tomb Raider remasters, and big fan of Tomb Raider as well. And she also loves talking about the lore of Dragon Age. She's probably also very busy with Veilguard, if it isn't soon. So if you have any Dragon Age talk, not Dragon Quest, but Dragon Age talk, go check out her content as well. Yes. So you guys are playing Horizon Zero Dawn. How's that one coming along? And we have the last Uasarune, I'm guessing, or Uazarune. Welcome on in. George says Dragon Age, and yeah, Dragon Age is a franchise that we haven't really played yet. Yeah, I don't really have a lot more to add to that one, I'm afraid. I do really like the box art for Dragon Age Inquisition. I've always really liked the composition and the color usage of that one. So, okay, let me just make sure I say it right. Uo Saroon. Uo Saroon. Uo Saroon. Just wait until it's like an okie dokie. Ua. Like Ua. Okay, Ua Saroon. Awesome. We leave no offense to you, of course. We leave like mod comments on your names that we forget how to pronounce. There we go. So bam, there we go. So now if you pop in next time and Rosie and Liam are struggling, they can look at that one. So there you go. Welcome on in. Yeah, welcome on in. We are playing a Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake, which is a game from 1988 that got the what we'd like to call the Octopath treatment for this one, and it's got all these like nicely lovely graphics, new voices, little updates like you can run now, you can walk diagonally, you've got a map, you can record things in the game. As you can see over there, you've got tons of cool stuff that this game has added to the mix. Oh, we want to be careful with these goons, because I remember they can poison you. Chocobo's here as well. Looking in, Chocobo. How was your Gramps' birthday? Hope that went well. Gonzai is here as well. Welcome in, Gonzai. I see Pierre is here as well. Welcome in. Or Pearly, I think is how you say it. Let's see. I just want to make sure I say hi to everyone. George says, it was a side quest day, so cleaning up some cauldrons and quests, wonderful. And also having like lovely chats with the chat, of course. Because the buddies, they sure do love chatting, after all, which is so cool. I'm not really sure what to do, in all honesty. Yeah, we need to obtain the Thieves' Key. But is there really a way here, in here somewhere? I can't seem to find it. Is there a staircase I'm missing? Right, let's just look at this. Megan is here as well. Welcome in. Saying, hello, sorry, I was playing a game and couldn't pause. No, that's okay. That's okay. Oh, there's a bed over here. Hold up. We're going to take the staircase to the right. What game were you playing? Was it a Souls game, by any chance, Megan? I'm going to say it. The schedule, Mafia. Yes. Yes, we're going to be playing Mafia Definitive Edition soon. It's a game that I played in 2020, I think it was, and I really enjoyed it. And because Liam is a big fan of, like, big, broody, almost Scorsese-like pieces of media, then I'm like, oh, you will probably enjoy a game like Mafia. Oh my god, no! It was the Perry King minigame on Stardew Valley. So basically Demon Souls. Oh, how me old bones ache, dearie. What I wouldn't give for a nice rest of a cozy little inn here. Ooh, can we trust this place? Oh! Being bamboozled over here. But yes, this is a game that's a remake from a game from 1988. It's almost 40 years old. Woo! And Dragon Quest III is a dearly beloved game in Japan. And it was the most anticipated game for months on Amazon as a result. I'm so happy for those who grew up with Dragon Quest III and now like being able to relive it with their loved ones. Customers, after all this time, I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. Welcome to our inn, weary travelers. Will you be staying the night, or perhaps simply stopping by for a short rest? Either way, 12 gold coins for a room, please. Not 40, please, not 40. No, it was just a normal amount. Calling a game made in 1988, almost 40 years old, hurts. It does hurt, yeah. And especially when you consider like those people those legendary people that made them, they're just like they're growing old. That's the sad part about all of it. I mean, for goodness sake, Akira Toriyama is not with us anymore, as of this year. Gosh. Chocobo says, thanks, Nico. The birthday was good. Can't believe he's 90! Oh my goodness! Can I get some clap emotes for Chocobo's grandfather? 90 years old! That's amazing! Dare I ask, what's his secret? Oh my goodness! Yeah, big happy birth for your gramp. 90. Not dying. I don't know. Maybe he's eating something or he's moving a lot. I had a grandfather that passed away at the age of 85, and I firmly believe the reason why he was so fit throughout his 70s and 80s was because because he cycled a lot, like a whole lot, and as a result, that kept his heart going for longer than probably normally would have. So that's my grandfather's secret. I don't think that's a secret when your age is revealed. Uwasaroon. George says, I'm guessing grandfather, based on the A, I'm guessing grandmother, is 95 and is fueled by olive oil. They do say that Mediterranean... Oh, grandmother, nice. They say that Mediterranean diet definitely does something to people, isn't it? Like a bit of oil, a bit of fish, a nice balanced meal. They do say that does something well with people. Cycled, I guess he did it better than you? What? Ovenoid? Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, I guess he did, because he never broke anything, I suppose. Goodness. Shots fired, yeah. Where's this blooming staircase? It's over there. Okay. Well, I will tell you this much then. But now that I've got my bike, I have actually considered getting elbow, pads for just like the first month. Just because I don't trust my luck on cycling. And it's my first time I'm cycling for long distances in the winter time, which I'm a bit nervous about, because in the Netherlands the roads are very flat when you cycle, so you don't really have those issues. But in the UK, sometimes they're a bit slanted, and I'm like, what happens when you cycle over a slanted lane? Is that going to be safe? Am I not going to like trip over and stuff? Because my bikes, they're not the most stable ones, because I can't afford like, you know, a proper bike. So it's going to be one of those, a little bit like, if they fall once, it's over for them. Sorry to say, folks, but Mass Effect 3 playthrough took some years from you. Yeah, that's probably what happened, yeah. Yeah, rest in peace, Nico's bike. It's all over for my old bike. We had to bring that one in. We got 20 quid off for that one. I was quite gutted by that as well. So you're saying more gyros I consume, the longer I'll live? Yes, that's what I'm implying, yeah. there's something in that. I think also with was it with Japanese diets, because I'm specifically fishing for the seafood element of it. Also proved to like increase is it longevity and health. Yeah, Lee says Halford looked at it and went, damn! And then they were like, no, we're only giving that 20 quid, that's it. You know, like, there's like that quick one, like I showed us, like, how much money can I get for this? I went, damn! 20 quid. No, that's it. Hospitalis, oh lord, I remember taking my old bike to the campus repair at uni. The guy took one look at it and went, call a priest. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I thought it was very humble of the bike, is it the guy who made the invoice for it, because he said like, I'll give me 30 minutes, I'll give you an invoice. And he actually gave me the full list. Like, I was just at a point where I was like, dude, we're already past the 300 mark. Just maybe you're. It was just trying to prove a point, but I was like, no, I get it, man. It's not worth it anymore. Poof. So, one thing worth pointing out, because I don't know how many of you. Let me just do a proof check, buddies. Just be honest with me. Yes or no? Have you played a Dragon Quest game before? Before I start repeating myself. And you got Sap and Squelch over here. Karai says yes. Gon says no. No shaming in it. There's no shaming in having played any Dragon Quest game. There we go. See, a lot of no's. That's okay. I'm going to cut off at A7X. Yeah, I'm going to actually wait for a little bit. There we go. I'm going to cut it off at Georgia. Now I'm going to ask another question. How many of you have played Final Fantasy? Just any Final Fantasy. Dragon Quest V, yes, let's go! That's a good one! That's such a good one! I'm like 3/4 into that one. Who did you marry? Uasarun. Who did you marry? There we go! Tons of the people have played Final Fantasy. Yes, Dragon Quest is a very popular franchise in Japan, and not so much here in the West, as in like comparatively, but there's so many things that are very similar to the two. And one thing I wanted to point out, like, you know, you have like your Kiraga, your Firaga, Fire, all those spells, right? That's basically how Dragon Quest names things. But the interesting thing about was it? No, it's how Final Fantasy names things. But it was interesting about Dragon Quest. It used onomatopoeias instead. So it's like zap, whoosh, poof, that kind of stuff to describe the attacks happening to enemies and stuff. I could have sworn there was something on this side. No, there was just a closed-off door. Is there another doorway we can go through? Dragon Quest was my first love, says Fernando. Yeah, so, as I said, there's like, you got your random encounters in here as well. You got lovable stories. The thing that I think that makes Dragon Quest different from other RPGs in particular. Oh, hold up. There we go. What makes it different from other RPGs is that the towns are super rich, which is something that, you know, Final Fantasy doesn't have as much. Like, there's so much culture in it, and the writing is so clever in Dragon Quest, where it uses accents and literary styles to convey its world. Let me just turn it down a little bit. Hello? Oh, okay. That's cool. There we go. Sorry, for some reason the Liam's little device over here gave up. Yeah, so its writing basically gives color to the world, and it's super cool because sorry, I need to check if my hardware is working. Okay, that's out for the count. So the cool thing about it is that you have accents, for instance, to color the world. Like I said, how Cockney for a long time in the 20th century was considered like, you know, an accent for like more outskirty areas in London, more of a poverty area. I'm afraid that was just sadly what it was back then. And Dragon Quest uses that kind of like in its benefits to kind of like to show off the kind of cultures in its game. And that's what Yuji Horii did for like Japanese writing, and Dragon Quest reflects that as well, which is very interesting to see. Or for instance, how there's onsen towns in Dragon Quest 11 and they speak in haikus, for instance, so everything is like perfectly in a haiku. So yeah, it uses colloquially sounds and accents and literacy to color its world in, which creates for very interesting experiences. My first Dragon Quest was Dragon Warrior Monsters. Is that the... Oh god, there was one that was actually a Dragon Quest game in disguise. Oh, that might be the one. I'm not entirely sure which one that one is. I tried to enjoy Dragon Quest 11 but got stuck somewhere. Just like I said, just look up a guide, see if you could figure that one out. It's absolutely worth finishing Dragon Quest 11. Let's see, which classes have you picked for your team? Says Chocobo. I have picked a warrior, I believe. Oh god, maybe we can just like look at abilities. No. How can we check that? Miscellaneous? No, we can't see it, but we can see what kind of sprites they are. The names escape me for just a second, but yes, you can align your team in this game like this. In Dragon Quest 5, you can actually like recruit monsters and use those with you in your team. But yeah, as I said, it's got lots of similarities between. There we go. Between Final Fantasy, but just like slightly different. Music as well is incredible in Dragon Quest as well. It's very nice comfort food to listen to. Hobbitown says Dragon Quest is adventure but cozy, whereas Final Fantasy is adventure but angst. Yeah, I described it as Final Fantasy, its characters fill up the world, whereas I feel that with Dragon Quest, the world fills up its characters. So it's more like an exterior thing of anything that happens in these worlds will affect how the characters will react to that, and as a result, that will affect the story. This is something you see a little bit more in games like Final Fantasy 12 or 16, where it's indeed about like these countries at war with each other and trying to like solve political drama and stuff. The only difference is with Dragon Quest, it's very more fairy tale-like. So it usually is about like kingdoms and dragons and fantasy settings, and for that reason, it's a lot more comforting because there's not a lot of like heavy topics that these games deal with that could create division. So yeah, there's just there's a lot of elements of that in there. I can absolutely see people getting this game for like Switch or on Steam for their Steam Deck and stuff. Steam Deck OLED 1 terabyte to be exact. Thank you so much, Lee, for pointing that one out in advance. But yes, you can play it on lots of platforms. I can see it plays with Portal. I can see this game on as well. Warrior, Witch, and Priest it looks like, says Chocobo. Yeah, because I'm not really like that familiar with the classes, so to speak, because I watched more of Dragon Quest 11 than I've played it, because obviously Rosie was the one that played most of it. The monster taming, yeah, I think that's what I was referring to. Let's see. Any other comments over here? I love it turn-based. Yes, was it Lee? There's tons of... what is it? Tons of cool turn-based games out there. By the way, buddies, Fantasian is coming out the next few days as well. If you're looking for another RPG on top of your RPG backlog, that's another great one, because 1, it's made by Sakaguchi. 2, it's got Nobuo Uematsu doing the music. 3, it has the same vibes as a game like Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, and 10. Like, what more do you need? It's like there's so many good games coming out right now. Way too much to pick from. I really want to go back into Romancing Saga 2 and take some pictures of the worlds for those games. And I gave also, if you're going to look back on the VOD buddies, I've did like a huge rant at the beginning of the game where I talked about how innovative Dragon Quest is. But to summarize it, basically, little things like the name of role-playing game, the way how you play a game, and as well as like things like text box and item selections and that kind of stuff is something that Dragon Quest was the first of many of in its franchise. So yeah, that's just one of those things that made Dragon Quest stand out, because we might forget it whilst playing this game, but under the hood, it's a 40-year-old game. And I don't know about you, but games from back then was literally like, you save Princess Peach, and that was the story. So this game was way ahead of its time in a lot of ways. And now, right now I'm playing it like in a faster mode, so I just like attack away and stuff. It's probably worth pointing out as well. Oh no! Of course I can just jump off. Oh no! Oh no! What have I done? Ah! Well then, we're here for the long run. Very good. Nico for NAF Prime that was? Oh no. I have to go all the way up. Well, I'm going to see if I could flee some of those fights just to spare some time. I'm going to just go back now and just heal myself up. I might as well. Yes, please. I couldn't, no! There we go. Awesome. Awesome. We can now at least buy some new weapons as well. That's good. Good morning. Another thing that Dragon Quest III did is it's got day and night sequences, which was something that wasn't seen in RPGs back then either. All stuff that we take for granted these days. Okay, I think it was over here we have to go. Okay, so watch out for the balconies. It was interesting, though, how I survived that. I do wonder. I do wonder why we survived that. Such a huge fall. It is an RPG, so I wouldn't put it past it. That it's just like, it's just what it is. But yeah, it does make you think. We're almost back up to speed. Right, let's get rid of these slimes. Oh. Okay, so that means I could also jump off of those balconies, so just be careful. Ooh. Also, Georgia, when are you going to beat Tomb Raider? It's the next stream, isn't it? When you're going to finally get through the first game. Zarek, I was probably playing Paperboy. Oh, I haven't heard that name in ages. We played Paperboy at school. With, was it on the NES? I remember that. I think that's how it went. I think on Tuesday, yeah, we've left the big final boss. Because I was struggling. Yeah, it's a tough one. Rosie and I, what we did is we just kind of like left our strongest weapons for last. And just like blasted away on the final boss with that. So I don't know if you still have your bullets and stuff for those five, but just use your strongest weapons and just go in. It's the final boss after all. Look, it's Kevin Scully, everyone.
Well, well, well.
Oh.
So you've come at last. I've dreamt so many times of giving you this key. Heaven alone knows why. But it must mean something, so here you go. One thief's key. You'll take it, won't you?
Oh. I mean, we are here for the thief's key. Yeah? Oh, please don't tell me there's a catch to this. This game is throwing a morality system at me. Are you noticing it?
Now, use that to go and have a look inside the house in Reeve with a red door.
Okay. Save that
Don't
memory.
worry. The chap there loves visitors. He won't mind you dropping in unannounced one jot. By the way, there are books in this world so influential that they can change your whole personality. Open them with caution, that's my advice. Off you go then. I can't stand around all day. I've got important dreams to be having.
Bloodborne? Some say Bloodborne was inspired by this game. With all this dreams and dreams. Some say. Buddies, can I have a vibe check? How do we feel about this man saying, here's a thief key. Oh, just use that on someone's door and come in unannounced. How do we feel about that? I sure as heck don't feel comfortable about that. Free real estate. The girl's own annual. Some say Sekiro was inspired by Bloodborne, and some say Nico did amazing first try out, and Rosie and Liam to shame. I have been told that the ogre boss in that fight is a bit of a cheat, in the sense that it plays more like a Bloodborne fight than it plays like a Sekiro fight. At least that's what I've been told. Because again, my experience with Sekiro has been a total of 5 whopping minutes. Right, now we can jump over the balcony. Yeet! Let's see how the heck we're going to come back home. Right, there was something here. I want to check first. So yeah, if you are a fan of games like Octopath, this might be scratching that itch for you as well. Which reminds me, I need to play more Live Alive as well, which is also just such a good game. Right, let's go all the way back. Well, we got the thieves' key, so I wonder if it works on all doors. Da. That's the cleanest sewer they've seen so far. Is this a sewer? I'd say this is a sewer. To be fair, I haven't seen Liam since we've entered this bit, buddies. I think it's telling. Hello, Kevin. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. We're playing Dragon Quest III. An almost 40-year-old game. Remade in giving the, quote, Octopath treatment, as we colloquially would call it. It's super cool. I think you'll really like this game. What have you been up to? It's also worth mentioning, buddies. I'm still in the process of finishing this project. Ah, there we go. It does work. But we have purchased the meal deal in question that Kevin offered us. And I can't reveal what's in it yet. But Kevin has given me a theme, and I pulled through with something. So we're going to see what that is. Also, you'll be happy to know a dinner and Taskmaster. Nice. You'll be happy to know, Kevin, I've also got my old Super Famicom copies. Actually, there's a Rosie's. I need to correct myself on it. Let me just... Whoop. There we go. As you can see with the lovely Toriyama art. So cool. So cool. Got the logo here as well. Whoop. Super Famicom. Yeah, look at that. And we also have... Hello, Slime. We also have Dragon Quest 3 over here. Just look at that. Look at how cool it is. Look how sick that is. This is Dragon Quest 3 on the side here. And you got all the characters on the back as well. So yeah, over here it was called Dragon Warrior. And that was mainly because the name Dragon Quest was owned by TSR back in the day. Which are the people behind Dungeons and Dragons, which was a big influence of Dragon Quest. And that's why it was called Dragon Warrior 3 over here. Which I'd say, you know, if I was a kid, I'd probably still find that a cool title as well, even though I do prefer Dragon Quest a little bit more. Look at that, the Seed of Agility, nice. So these seeds over here, they kind of function as a +1 for your stats. Let's see if I can find it. Let's move this one. Consumed upon use. Now, what I never got with these games is, like, why would I want to use that on other party members? I always felt like it would make the most sense to use it on yourself. So that's kind of what I'm going to do now, because party members kind of come and go in these games. But again, it might not be for Dragon Quest 3. I don't know. I've never played Dragon Quest 3 myself. I've only heard tons and tons of stuff about it. Right, awesome. We're now here. Pay a visit to the house and read the red door. Okay. I did the same with the sources in Final Fantasy 7. Well, very wise choice. Remember when Kevin did an entire playthrough of Final Fantasy 7? That was cool. Oh, there's a red house right there. And the impeccable timing of Kevin timing the bits of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth exactly when he was going through Final Fantasy VII. Let's see if there's a red... Ah, there it is. Well, I think this is very sus, buddies, but we're going to see what this is. There we go. Big pot. A suspicious-looking liquid is bubbling away in a big pot. Oh, this reminds me of Dragon Quest V. It also had, like, a big pot room. You have a key, it's fine. He's just like, oh, how did you come in?
What are you doing in here? I could have sworn I locked the front door. Did you find a key somewhere or something, you trespassing so-and-so?
Yes, I did.
The thief's key? My goodness, to get your hands on that, you'd have to be... You are, aren't you? You're Ortega's child, the one we've heard so much about. Oh, my. Then I'd better give you a little something to help you on your way. Now, where did I put it?
Kevin Skull says, some say Square released Rebirth to coincide with my streams. There's a bit coming up in Iki Island, Kevin, which I will not take away from you. But I'm very excited to see your response to it. I think those who have played Iki Islands know very well what I'm referring to. Or not. But yes, very excited for that. It hasn't popped up yet.
You can use that to break the seal on the teleportal. Once you're feeling suitably prepared, make tracks for a spring to the east of Aliahan. But be careful with that ball now. Those things go off with an almighty bang. And good luck. You'll definitely be in need of it. But to think that you will never again lay eyes on the great Ortega.
Oh.
Your mother puts up a strong front, but deep down she's sorely racked with grief. Be sure to head home from time to time and show her that all is well.
Family is another big theme in Dragon Quest, specifically Dragon Quest V. But Dragon Quest XI's got some really heartwarming moments in it that I can't really go in depth about because I think it reveals a little bit too much of that game. But yeah, just like absolutely choking moments that, you know, I still think about from time to time. Such a good RPG. This is what are you saying? Of what? Huh? Huh? Kelly? Kevin? Huh? Huh? Right. So now go to the Eastern Spring and access the teleportal. I was more thinking of the dream sequence. Uasarun. That's what I was thinking of. That's all I'll say. Right, where do we go? Oh, we go all the way to the right, baby. Just listen to how heroic this music is. How are we doing in Dragon Quest Builders, whole battalion? Also, Kevin Scully pointed out that Famitsu has got a Dragon Quest magazine. Oh my god, that looked so good. If I had the funds for it, man, I would just buy Famitsu's all the time. But they've got like this Dragon Quest 3 on the front, and then if you fold it open, on the other side it has Dragon Quest 1 and 2, based on that full art. But it looks so good. Just keep going this way. Awesome. Great, I've built a spooky underground evil chapel. Yeah, remember when we built a bar on BuddyGames? That was fun. Where due to like, you know, us having to protect ourselves during the big troubling times of 2020, we found a way to still collaborate with each other, which was a lot of fun. We've got a statue sitting in the fire pit and everything. Are not allowed to drop during the week in Japan because too many people call in sick. I don't know if that is entirely true or not. I think that might be a bit of an old wives' tale at this point. But obviously, there is obviously the fact that, you know, if there's a hugely anticipated game, there's always stories going around, right? Right, my face is in the way. Let me just put myself over here for now. Right, awesome. But yeah, so what's important about these Dragon Quest releases, because the reason why I got it for finally finished my big task. Welcome in, Rosie. We're playing Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake. You already know this, of course, because you helped me setting this up. Domino is here as well. Yes! Let's come in, Domino. I hope you're doing well. What is it? Oh, Domino says it is true, Dragon Quest. I can't obviously say with certainty that was the reason. because I don't have any like reliable sources. But if that is the case, then cool. But yeah, what is it? We're playing Dragon Quest 3 at the moment, and we're just like exploring around for a little bit. Sorry, just kind of lost my trail of thought because a lot of things were happening at once. Snooze. Yeah, that was it. So, the reason why we got it for PlayStation is because I really want, what is it, for there to be more love for Dragon Quest on PlayStation. Dragon Quest is already obviously a very beloved franchise, but as you can already tell by all the copies I've got, like, look at this, buddies. We've got Dragon Quest 1 and 2, Super Famicom. We have got, what is it? Dragon Quest 6 over here. It's on DS. Dragon Quest 9 over here is only on DS. Dragon Quest 5 over here is on Super Famicom and on DS. Now, Dragon Quest 8, we were lucky with. That one came to PlayStation 2. But then again, Dragon Quest 7 did, but only came to was it on PlayStation in Japan and America. So that's where we missed the boat. No pun intended. This one's all about pirates. No, it does have traveling in it. I think 8 was all about pirates. But yeah, what is it? These games are very beloved on many platforms, but PlayStation is the one that kind of skips it a little bit here and there for whatever reason. So I'm here to kind of like spread the word to be like, hopefully, if you're going to get Dragon Quest, consider getting it on PlayStation. But of course, any sale matters because we want obviously this franchise to grow here in the West because not a lot of people. But not necessarily. It's like this game could be as beloved as Final Fantasy. There's no reason why this wouldn't be. It's as good, in my opinion, and for that reason, I want it to succeed. So it comes more from a point of passion than it is a point of of popularity. Dragon Quest 8 was the first one released in Europe, hence the 8 being removed. What about Dragon Warrior, Domino? Does that count? I think Dragon Warrior 1, 2, and 3 also came to... Dragon Warrior 4 also was on NES. Did those come to Europe as well? Top says, done some Final Fantasy only exists because of Dragon Quest games. Final Fantasy was created by Sakaguchi, and he was inspired by 2 games. One of them was Wizardry, I think Ultima. I think it was those 2. Now, Yuji Horii, obviously, with Enix and Chunsoft at the time, they were doing their own thing, so yes, clearly he was aware of that. So yeah, there's definitely like some inspiration involved with it, but I wouldn't like point it at that was the reason why Final Fantasy exists. But it's definitely in that DNA. Dragon Warrior was US only name. Okay, right. But yeah, as you can already tell, like, you know, this is not like an attack or anything, but it's like there's been definitely a lack of Dragon Quest games here in Europe, and I would just love to see more of it. I'd love to see more of it, hence why I really wanted to do a stream of this to show to you all this game, because, you know, I already asked the question. A lot of you have played Final Fantasy, so I feel that if you like that, you're going to love this as well. Is there voice acting in this game? Yes, there is. For main quest stuff, it seems that it's got voice acting for it. And they're going again for that approach of, like, where the voice actors go for a particular dialect based on, like, the kind of, like, environment and circumstances they find themselves in. So yes, Viking, it's got voice acting in it. I love games being more and more accessible. Absolutely, Georgia. I want all games to come out on every platform. I don't care for Halo on Xbox. I don't care for Final Fantasy 16 on PS5. I just want all of those games to just go out on any platform, if possible. I understand that we don't get to choose, and that sometimes, you know, the reason why exclusives exist, that, you know, because of deals that have been struck and whatsoever, and I respect that. But if I was allowed to make the executive call, I'd say put them on every platform so that everyone can enjoy games. Yes, I do. Well then, what are you waiting for? Get yourself down at the Path of Promise. It's next to the spring somewhere, I think. Okay. Ah, I see, Domino. Yeah, that might play a role as well. That might play a role as well, because I keep forgetting, obviously, that Enix was behind it, not SquareEnix. Back in the day. Back before they merged. And where it's supposed to go? What am I missing? Goes to the Eastern Spring. Makes us teleportal. Let me just actually pay attention. Down the Path of Promise. It's next to the spring somewhere. Okay, Path of Promise. Because it is still high. Oh, there we go. It's highlighting a bit higher. My bad. Oh, gosh. Hold up. Is that a thing on this one? Domino? Let me check. Ah, no, it's not. Not my version. God, that's cool. Final Fantasy 12 demo. Oh, what was that? Another one of those games that, like, everyone just bought. Wasn't it Tobo or Urges or something? That had like a Final Fantasy 7 demo included. And that's why everyone bought that game. Because everyone's like, I want to play Final Fantasy 7. There was another game on PS1 that did that. But yeah, not this one, I'm afraid. Let me just zoom in on this one. Let's look at... Ta-da! Also, I'm also one of those people that proudly swaps the box art for the Toriyama art, because this one came with a reversible cover back in the day. Which, by the way, if you have the Japanese copy of Dragon Quest III on Switch, you also have a reversible cover for it. The American one sadly did not. Can't speak for Europe, but I did see that Japan had that. I was like, I wish that America had that too. That was so cool. Even though they probably don't know those box arts, of course, because they didn't get those versions. FF6 came down with a Final Fantasy X demo. Yes, it did. It's a very late release, 2001, I believe. It's coming on my wish list, and the 1+2 remake. Dragon Quest 1 and 7 are on mobile, but I'm hoping they're going to get remasters and remakes. Yes, that's well, but obviously we all hope to happen. Of course, I would love to see Dragon Quest V being more as it shared, especially because it's just such a good game. It's so good. Liz, I'm not sure if Nico likes Dragon Quest. I get very passionate about particular franchises, so it's not so much that I, like, love it, but I can just keep talking about it, so to speak. But yes, I do really like Dragon Quest. It's basically been a topic that Rosie and I have only really been able to express based on was it Dragon Quest on PS4? And Rosie and I would actually love to work on a project once where Rosie basically just absolutely goes off about how amazing Dragon Quest XI is, because Rosie and I got a lot to say about that game. Nico hates all games. Confirmed. Confirmed. Legit. Seal of approval. I don't like any game. All they do is bring me misery. The funny thing about 7 was I named the MC after me, and the first character had my brother's name. Getting very excited about games series I've never played because Nico being Nico. That's okay, Megan. I'm just trying to, like, you know, I get very excited about these things. I love to you know, for video games to be the center point of BuddyGames, because that's just a thing I'm super passionate about. Welcome to the Path of Promise, youngster. You find it too promising right now, though. The way through here has been blocked up. Well, that's what we have the amazing ball for. Look, now Kevin's also got a reason to get this game. You got balls in it, Kevin. With Elden Ring, he loves using his balls, after all. Oh, the Maria emotes over here. You love to see it.
The path is clear. Oh, and you might want to take this, too.
Maria's got such good like animated emotes. I love them. You can obtain a world map.
Just know that there's an entirely new world awaiting you on the other side. Keep your wits about you. And don't do anything I wouldn't do now.
To be fair, Fernando, I think that if Domino and I would be in a room, I think we would talk each other's heads off with just how much we have to say about RPGs. Because Domino is a real one. Domino knows so many RPGs under their belts. We are weebs, this is Domino. Yes, we are, yeah. We absolutely are. There we go. With the Ultras emote, we love to see it. Love me some Ultras. I was very excited to show Rosie Ultras when she was going through Final Fantasy VI.
Take this.
Oh, Margaret needs some healing.
Heal.
Okay, thank goodness she did it herself already. The Japanese language. Are you studying the world of Nihongo? Lame.
Here I
We're all just Kiras at the end of the day, says Georgia. All one big rapscallious mess. Some accessories possess the power to change their wearer's personality, although it's worth noting that they only do so when equipped in the main accessory slot. Well, most of the time. Cursed accessories are a troubling exception to this rule.
Just a moment. Take this.
Yeah, Uasarun, they've never like changed the sound effects, which we talked about in the beginning of the stream. We love to see it. Alright, let's check over here. Ooh, there might be something all the way down. Let's hope so.
Time to heal.
What's that slapping noise? It's a what ring? Kiraya! No! What if they're just like, you know, shaking out their mat? Naughty. Right, is it you who's making that noise? 1 foot wrong and I know I'm going to be falling to my doom. A mat! is what I said, Karaya. Like, you know, when you have a mat that's dusty, you go with it.
Take this. Here I go.
Nick, welcome in. We're playing Dragon Quest 3 right now. This is on PlayStation 5, in case people are wondering. And we're like in the first area, as you can see. We haven't really like explored too much of it yet. Never played it. Any good? It's so good. It's so good. Have you played any classic Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy 1 to 6? Because it's a very much like a traditional RPG. It's all turn-based. It's got wonderful music, colorful characters, and yeah, all that good stuff. It's a solid RPG. Started at 7, awesome. It's also actually a collection I can recommend. Remember when I went through like all the pixel remasters? That was a lot of fun. I might return one day to do Final Fantasy 6 on the channel, because that was a lot of fun to just me rambling on about for a couple of hours.
Just a moment.
Yeah, that's the classic problem, isn't it, Nick?
Just a moment.
I do believe that they said that Dragon Quest 3 is about 30 hours long. If that helps to give you some form of reference how long this would take. One of my non-streaming games on my list right now, I'm playing Ark the Lad. So we've talked about this a couple of times, but we're doing a massive Astrobot video for the Christmas season, which is going to be me explaining every single VIP bot to you all, and what their animations represent, what games they're from, and tell you a little bit about those as well. Just to familiarize like what all these references are and stuff. And as such, I'm going through some of the games to kind of like collect a little bit of information and depth about them. So I'm kind of like tackling my weak spots right now, and one of them is Ark the Lad, which is one of the VIP bots in that game. So I'm playing Ark the Lad 1, and if I can beat that one on time, I might play a bit of Ark the Lad 2 as well, because I've heard a lot of people say that that was really good. But yes, I'm checking that one out now. Lame says, yes, Ark the Lad is a great choice. I'm glad to see some Ark the Lad representation here. Even though I can't really call myself a fan of that franchise, because, you know, it's my first time really delving into it. But yes, checking those games out. So yeah, basically just like tackling some weak spots of that to kind of like develop myself a bit for it. I do have a cool page on games. Lee, this is going to be for the Buddy Bunker 3.0, but I have actually made commands for it. Not sadly in this Buddy Bunker, so they don't work yet. But on the new setup, there will be commands for that, so to make that easier. But yes, it's basically, I've got a letterbox for video games over there. If people are wondering what my terrible opinions are on video games. Oh gosh, I need to go all the way around. I just noticed. Nick, are you referring to the Astrobot video? Or are you referring to like all my games that I've played and that kind of stuff? Because in my backlog, there's actually a tab for it, like what games I'm currently playing and stuff, but I'll be honest, it's very out of date. Oh, okay, yeah, for the Astrobot video, I am using my own sheet. Currently I'm gathering songs to put in the background, because when I'm going to be talking for hours, I don't think people want to hear the Astrobot crash site the whole time. So I'll be having some music that accompanies for the right bot at the right time. And yeah, so we have a couple of those games currently on our phone. Before you do anything crazy, buddies, let me just double check one thing quickly. Because a couple of them we can tick off. No, all good. Okay, awesome. Yeah, we've got a couple of games left that we need to get before we wrap it up for the collecting part of the Astrobot video. And if any of these games are purchased, then what is it? Then we'll be doing an extra stream of that one in 2025 as well. So yeah, that's stuff that we have on there at the moment. Oh no, Margaret! What? No! Only just noticed. Ooh. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, we need to get religion involved again. Do. Yeah, now we got a coffin with us. Okay, I'm just gonna leg it, see if we can get far enough. Oh, well, she was a healer as well, wasn't she? Are we done? Yes. Oh. 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 Medicine? Oh dear. This is going smooth, isn't it? Oh, don't drop me into a boss. What's that thing on the bottom? Did I just spoil the outcome for myself? I'm just legging it. Even the enemies are fleeing as well. Please. Oh dear. Please don't let it be a boss. Are we good? Are we gold? We are. Okay. Wow, hearing this on a full orchestra is so cool. So I'm just taking in the atmosphere. It's so good. I would love to see a Siphon Filter game played sometime. Nick, we actually played a Siphon Filter 1 a while ago. Oh, Rosie, look, we got a little slime. Over here, we got a little slime. And there, is it coming up? I'm gonna carry the slime for a little bit. Why not? The slime looks Nico up and down.
Wait! Don't do anything silly now!
We're protecting him, Rose, because look. Yeah,
oh, thank heavens! I made it just in time. Most would have attacked this defenseless slime by now. You might just be the one. Don't worry, friend. You've nothing to fear.
Oh, Rose, look at this.
Tell me, have you encountered any unusually friendly monsters on your travels?
Not really.
There are some in this world that hold no ill will towards us human folk. This slime being a convenient example of said phenomenon. Ho ho ho! Look at that! He likes you.
The guy with the 2 coffins with him.
At any rate, I've taken it upon myself to look after as many of these cordial critters as I can. Oh, that's right. I haven't introduced myself yet. Though I'm sure you've probably pegged who I am. Yes, the one and only Monty the Monster Monitor. You do know me, right?
Monty the Monster Monitor. I love these names. Some Peter Piper and Betty Butter names, isn't it, buddies? I'm going to put Slime back. Good old Slime.
Good to hear word of my work has travelled far and wide. Listen, would you mind if I asked a favour of you? Should you happen to find any friendly monsters on your travels, could you send them my way? I don't have much, but I'm sure I can find some way to compensate you for the trouble.
So, I think this is interesting as well, because Domino might be able to beat me to the punch with this one, but if this got monster recruitment in it, if this game was the first one to have monster recruitment in it, then some say that Megami Tensei, not Shin Megami Tensei, was inspired by this game. But I don't know if monster recruitment was a thing in Megami Tensei. I know it is a thing in later Shin Megami Tensei games. So, couldn't fully say about that one.
As it happens, there's a monster arena in the nearby town of Romeria. There, critters of a calmer persuasion test their might against one another. Do stop by if you have the time. You'll likely find me there as well. Now farewell, kindred soul. May this not be the last time our paths cross.
See, there's something just wholesome about these games. It's hard to describe, but just fairy tale-like. Which is what I love about them so much. It's a lot. It feels not really confronting in a way. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, we got a trophy. Hold up. The world awaits. Award for leaving the Shrine of Promise. And look, we got the overworld. We got another place over here. Oh, hold up. Chocobo is going to sleep. No worries, Chocobo. Thank you so much for stopping by. And thank you so much for moderating as well. Hope you are able to capture some good rest. Well, so thank you so much for the bits. Awesome. I've noted your name down in the Book of Eternity. Let's check this out.
It's no more than rumor, but the people, they speak of a great hero from a place called Eliahan. They say this hero will save us from all the evil, Archfiend. Can it be true?
But yeah, look, already the architecture is much different here. Bandit, thank you so much for the bits. I'll put your name down in the Book of Eternity as well. Now everyone is starting to, like, redeem bits. So I have to keep noting names down. There we go. Fish of Knowledge helping us out again with the noting down. I love that Rosie's first thought was, these pens are going to be used for the Book of Eternity when she got them. So good. House in BuddyGames colors. We love to see it. Is the Book of Eternity going digital at some point so we can all see it? The issue with that one, Nick, is that I've tried it once, but it's an absolute, like, truckload of work to do for a lot, like, little to no payoff. So it feels like if we're going to do stuff for BuddyGames, it would make more sense to focus on other projects. But if we ever had an intern that didn't know what the heck to do, you know what I mean? Maybe, but it's just like, we can't have that right now, I'm afraid. It's way too much work. I tried. It's way too much work.
Oh me, but the world is become so dangerous. We must trust Al-Ree, our beloved king, to guide us through these times difficultly.
This is going to be a fun town to read out, isn't it? A few nights ago, I saw a spiked hair by the fountain. I was standing completely still, so I tried to get closer to it, but it fled before you could say, "Scusi?" Oh, hold up. Oh my god, Hub Italian. Do you think they're trying... Yeah, I think they're trying to do Italian here, because it's Romaria. Is Scusi, is that Italian? I thought it was Scuse. I could be wrong here. I'm more than happy to be corrected by someone called Hope Italian. I'm not going to go against that. Oh, this is when Hope Italian is going to be like, Nico, that is something completely different. Right, let's bring our friends back. Faithful servant of the goddess, how may our church assist you? Resurrection. Whom would you brought back to the world of the living? A small contribution. I guess really nothing is for free. Oh, scusi is the formal, and scusa is the for informal. Well, there we go. There's a bit of Italian in these games. So as you can already, like I said, the worlds really define the characters. So because this is trying to go for Italian thematics, that's why that's there. Really cool. Happy Duty. Thanks so much for the follow. Yeah, is there something particular Italian about all of this? I guess, you know, it does have, like, sculptures so far, but I don't really think that is, you know, like, oh my god, that's it! Italy, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, welcome in, dude. Hope you're doing well. We're playing Dragon Quest III right now. This is provided to us by SquareEnix. Thanks so much for the key. And we're just showing off the game. This is my first time playing Dragon Quest III, so I'm also excited to see what the hype is about this game in particular. I've heard that there are fantastico people in this world who can get close enough to wild monsters to befriend them. Every time I go near one, they just run off. Honestly, I wanted to pet a soft little bunicorn ever since I was a bambino. Oh my god, are you seeing this, Old Italian? A little bambino. Aire, the king, he waits you. Go wait. Avanti. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? We call it colloquially the Octopath treatment, even though that's not not really an official term. But yeah, it's got like that HD 2D style to it. I travel here from village Koriv in the north, but monsters aggress me, and I run, leaving stocks behind. Now I'm without goods. I am incapable of profiting even minimally. Oi, such luck. If you a Hob Italian, you're more than happy to backseat. If you see like any words that you're like, oh my god, that's Italian, feel free to point them out. Stuff like this is what buddies love over here, of course. Ooh. Yo, Rosie, you seeing this? Staircasing gaming coming up. Make sure that Rosie sees this. Well, Hospitality, it's because in Dutch we got an R sound to it, which is the R sound. We actually have that in our vocabulary, so I think that's what really benefits it. The only thing that I do is like it's very bad of me. I really hate it about myself, but my hands start moving as well, and I'm like, you can't do that, dude. That's bad. That's oof. So I need to really like keep my hands down when I do something Italian. Ohibo. I don't know what that is. Dear me. My son, the king, he loves to make merry above all else. He prefers to play than to rule. Nico looks at the bookshelves. A copy of Would I Lie to You? Isn't that a show in the... Yeah, that is a show in the UK. That is a show. Look at that. Dun dun! Sorry, I was in a dungeon in Final Fantasy 14. From what I understand, Megami Tensei, all with the demon stuff and the monster stuff in this is all new to this remake. Oh, I see. Yeah, because Domino, in Dragon Quest V, you've got the monster recruitment, which is 1992. Oh, he was like, oh boy. Oh, that's great. It's one of those things, like, when you point it out, you're like, ah, of course. She can hear oh boy in it. Sorry, I was doing stuff, says Rosie. But staircase, look, Rose, staircases. Staircases and gaming. We got another one. Romaria's staircases. Leave it out, will ya? How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, no Robin Hood. I've never even heard of the bloke. Hey, who the heck are you? I thought you were another one of them guards. Come and give me a grilling. I've got it in this before me. Who knows what they'll do to the old Robin if they catch him? What's that? Where is he? Up in Skyfall Tower? I heard. I'm in an gang of horrible henchmen. Give him an hiding from me, will ya? That was hard to read. Oh, that's a good staircase, says Rosie. Bringing out the catty vocabulary over there. I took Italian for 3 years. One night, after a few adult beverages, I somehow remembered and helped an Italian tourist translate to a salesperson. Right now, I can only say how old I am and hi, my name is... Well, Fernando, apparently we know the recipe to knowledge for that one. Robin Hood. I'm loving these voices. Oh, we're just giving silly voices where we can. Right, what's over here? And we're talking about paralysis, friend. Time heals all, paralysis included. But if you wish to be cured immediatamente, you must use the wound wort bulb. Immediatamente. Poof, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Right, let's go up these stairs.
Well met, traveler. Tell me, what brings you to fairest Roma?
I love he cut himself off and it just says Roma instead.
Ah, I see. You must be the hero of Aliahan. Your king sent word that you were on a mission of great importance.
So, here's a little fun fact for you, Hobbitalian. So, in Japanese, when they say words from other languages, because every language has loan words, right? What they do is they actually stick to the pronunciation of that country rather than like go for one language and just like copy and paste from that. Because the word Rome, as we all know, that's not the actual name, it's Roma. But if you say in Japanese, like, I've been to Rome, you wouldn't say something like Romi, you would say Roma. So, yeah. So it's like Roma de, is what you would say. So there you go. That's like a thing that they do in Japanese, which I think is so cool. So yeah, every language that they represent them in their native language.
Ah, it is an honor to at last meet the scion of Ortega in the flesh. Your reputation precedes you. Now, there is something I must ask of you. That despicable brigand Robin Hood has stolen from us our most sacred and regal crown. Were you able to return it to us, you would prove yourself a true hero. Believe me, you will not get a better chance to show just what a descendant of the great Ortega can do. Go forth, and may luck travel with you!
Okay. We got a Bard over here. Spoony Bard. Yes.
Oh, far from the south, of Corwith in the north, standeth stark Skyfell Tower, which doth our castle dwarf. Dun-ta-run-ta-run-ta-ta.
If you let Kira have a go, it'll be for Nando. Awesome. You know what, buddies? It's getting late, isn't it? I'm just looking at my watch. Yeah, awesome. I think I'm going to pack it up for the night, buddies. We've been streaming for longer than anticipated anyways, because love these games. Anyways, I'm going to the big screen. Thank you all so much for checking out BuddyGames with us. Let me just zoom out a little bit. There you go. Awesome. Thank you all so much for checking out Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake with me. Thank you so much also SquareEnix for providing us with the code so I could stream this one for the buddies. As I already said, a lot of our buddies have played your previous games like was it Final Fantasy before, and I really hope that I've been able to sell you all the world of Dragon Quest. If you are looking to delve into Dragon Quest 3 is a very good place to start. A lot of the games reference this one, as well as like this one is like the first one out of all of them. Like Dragon Quest 3, believe it or not, is chronologically the first one, and then Dragon Quest 1 and 2 follow up after those events. So this is a good place to start as well. But if you want another recommendation, check out Dragon Quest 11S particularly. You can get that game for quite cheap these days, and it's on lots of platforms. I believe it was for a while on Game Pass as well, and on PlayStation Plus. I'm not really sure if that's still the case, but that was a thing. Do check those games out. They're super good. They're such good comfort food. Great games if you're like have a big break coming up for your Christmas break or something. Yeah, because I remember Rosie and I, we played it on a Christmas break a few years ago. What a coincidence. But anyways, thank you all so much for checking out BuddyGames today. And I got the Book of Eternity over here. And on the Book of Eternity, we have got, for subs, we got Zarek. Thank you so much for the subs. For bits, we have got The Last Uasarun. Thank you so much for the bits. And Bandit7512. And for raids, we have got, what is it? For raids, we got Connor Queen and Georgia. Thank you so much for the raids. With that, the Book of Eternity is closed for the day. We also have lots of social media platforms, which I also recommend you check out. Here we go. We have got a Twitter and an Instagram. Twitter and Instagram is a great place if you want to stay up to date to whenever we go live and we do other cool stuff. We have a Blue Sky now as well, which I'm going to try to be a little bit more active on than our Twitter. So do make sure that you make a Blue Sky account and join us over there as well. But you got the preference between Twitter for that one, if you prefer that one for the time being. We also have a TikTok, which is great for high form content. Roti did a Wish to Shenron on that platform for a particular thing. Go check that one out. That was quite fun to do. We have a Discord as well. We're very close to 500 members. We do say that when we hit 500, we're probably going to set up some special in the future over there. So if we do hit 500 members, that would be amazing. So that's another place where you can go if you want to hang out with us, talk about games, talk about Astrobot Times. If you want to check out the community challenges, you can do that over there as well. So yes, make sure to check that place out as well. And we got a VOD channel where you can see all of our other streams that we've done in the past. We've done streams on Dragon Quest Builders, we've done streams on Final Fantasy, we did a stream for Visions of Mana, and we did one for Romancing Saga. We do tons of cool RPGs on the channel as well, so do make sure to check those out if you really enjoy this kind of style of content. Yes, with that said, that is all that done. Next on BuddyGames, we got a couple of streams coming up. Let me just grab the calendar so I have them all straight over here. We have got, for Sunday, we have got Lego Horizon Adventures coming your way. It's going to be Liam and Rosie playing that one, so please look forward to that one. And on Wednesday, we have got Mr. Mosquito coming up. Rosie is gone for a few days. As a result, we're going to be playing Mr. Mosquito by my request. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking very forward to that one. And then the Sunday after that, on the 24th, we're doing the Mafia Remastered. It's going to be me and Liam, where we're going to check out Mafia Definitive Edition. So apologies. And it's going to be a lot of fun for that one as well, because that Definitive Edition is really cool. So yes, that's what we're going to be playing on BuddyGames for the next few days. And with that, I think I've made the rounds for now. Awesome. Right, let's raid into someone. Yes, we are going to be raiding Jesse, kid, because Jesse is a huge fan of Dragon Quest XI. I love talking about Dragon Quest XI with Jesse. So yeah, let's make a buddy raid message for for this. There we go. Bam. If we can copy and paste that one into her chat, that would be amazing. Yes, do say hi to Jesse for me as well, because I'm going to probably dash off after that. But yes, we'll see you on Sunday for more BuddyGames content where we're going to do Lego Horizon Adventure, so please look forward to that one. Yeah, I'll see you then, buddies. See ya!